bronze.
Yeah.
That I think we now are down to about 3/4 of a pound of dice.
No, I have the other.
Dice.
I have the other pound of the half here still at the house to give you.
Oh, do you?
Yep. And I've been
That's
adding.
good.
I've been adding sets of dice that I don't need anymore to that because
To that pound of dice.
Yeah, because who doesn't? You know, it's fine.
By the way, stream, if you didn't know, you can buy dice from Chessex by the pound.
Yes, we've done that a couple of times now for our con games and stuff like that. So.
What?
Yeah.
That's not needed.
Yeah.
Too much power.
Listen,
Too much power.
Cassie and I have been married for almost 21 years now. And for the first half of that, she was always like, you don't need any more dice. It's absurd to spend that much money on dice. And now she's like, let's go buy it by the pound.
Catassie, how many dice sets do you have?
Me?
Yeah.
Like 7 or 8.
That is single digits. That is a respectable number. It doesn't get to become a problem until you're like 30 to 40 in.
Okay.
Those are rookie numbers.
No, that just means she has more time to collect. She is looking for bespoke.
Coordinated.
Yes.
See, I've gotten bougie with my dice collecting. It's no longer about volume, it's about quality.
Okay.
That's why I spent like $80 on 2 D20s that light up.
Oh yeah, you did get those from the Kickstarter.
What?
Yeah, this is nice. I kickstarted it like 3 months ago.
Welcome to couples therapy.
Make sure you list them as an asset on our divorce proceedings, please. And yes, Alex, of course they are color coordinated. They are all some version of rainbow, except for my metal ones and my steampunk ones.
Look,
But
Guys,
they're-
we forgot to announce that Pete is pooping.
yeah, Pete's pooping.
Pete is
For
pooping.
those of you in the stream who asked, Pete, take a dump.
One thing
I was
these dice
not going
can do,
to. I wasn't even gonna mention it. I wasn't gonna call my man out like that, but y'all did it. All right, it's cool. It's cool.
Listen, everybody poops, Mallo. You just gotta get comfortable with it, okay?
Nobody poops
And
but you,
here's-
and that's concentrated evil coming out your backside.
Here's the beautiful part. It was Wild who announced it, so the rest of us are fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And because Wild is in the same building as Pete, I think we should allow it.
I have to sit with it, man.
Yeah, if she's got to sit in it, she gets to announce it.
That's true.
He who smells it tells it.
That's actually that is true. That is the truest of them all.
So
So-
I feel like we should, really ramp up the embarrassment and just talk about the quality of Pete's poops until he gets back.
I don't
Let's,
think.
but we generally don't talk about that.
Yeah, I think we've been already been demonetized on both Twitch and YouTube at this point, so it's
Yeah.
fine.
Just give
Well,
us
at
the
least this
user
one-
review.
Hey, there he is.
The user review? What?
Yeah.
What?
Is this
The
like Yelp?
closest thing I could come up with. Like, she experiences Pete's product. Therefore,
Oh my God! No!
That's no.
No!
Tell them, Pete, we're not
Lies
gonna
and speculation. I sense
Little bum.
heresy. Heresy.
alarm. But also, well, when I have to go to the restroom, my dog follows me. And if I don't let him in the bathroom, he takes a rage poop in the hallway. So that's what I was doing, was cleaning that up.
Oh, is that what that smell was?
Yeah, it wasn't me shitting in the
blame
floor.
it on the dog. It totally wasn't me, honey. It was the dog.
Oh.
He really does. He rage shat on our couch when
Oh.
we came alone for the first time.
Sure.
And I know because I sat in it.
Oh.
Having a puppy is so interesting.
Oh.
Let me just clear up. We don't just have a couch that's covered in shit downstairs. There's like blankets on it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. No. Yeah.
it's in the wash, and I stole his blanket and told him, like, you
I will-
shat on my blanket, so I take your blanket.
I'll say this, and Sean has seen me do this with our dog. We literally put chairs on the couches downstairs
Yes.
when we leave so that we don't have the rage shat. And when my dog, who has stomach issues sometimes, we will leave her on the hardwood floors so that it becomes simpler to
This is
clean and
true.
sanitize than carpet. Because we have woken up to what can only be described as a post-apocalyptic level of
Oh shit.
A shitty situation.
A very
Well-
shitty situation.
And my dog, she feels so guilty. She feels so sad. So when she poops on the carpet because she's sick, she eats it.
Oh.
I feel like with Pete's pun, we peaked for the night, so stream over. Good night, everybody.
I just throughout this entire conversation, by the way, Cassie was still able to eat a ice pop. That is
Till
dedication.
that last part got me, man.
Yeah.
I mean, by
Jurassic World
episode, what,
in my mouth.
What
episode
episode are we on?
42, they should be used to these like intros just being 10 minutes of nonsense.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of how it is. Yeah, we get 44 tangents for 42 episodes. We're doing pretty good.
You know, I think if we're not 2 per episode, we're behind.
Well, then we got a lot of work to do.
Okay.
We got a quota to meet, man.
Got you, us.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode of Angel City Stories. My name is Mallo. I am your host, your DTM. I don't know what is a DTM. What is a DTM? Let's figure it out. Yeah. And
Sure.
I guess tonight you're a therapist. Put all of your problems in the chat. We will address them on stream. Don't dox yourself or anybody else. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Also, remember, we're not doctors, and our advice is probably going to be bullshit.
Yep. And we don't even play them on TV. Wait, hold on. Billy plays it on TV now, I guess. He's the healer now.
I mean, I have a lab coat.
You do actually
You
have a
do
lab
have
coat
a
down
lab
there.
coat,
You have a lab
yep.
coat, and I've got one down the hallway if we need to. So,
Okay.
yeah, there you go.
See,
We're all
Tip
set.
says
We're
he's
set.
going to pass, and I just had to point out that that's a wise decision.
It's true. This Tip knows better. Tip knows better.
Tip is a smart person who
Yes,
has
he
met
is.
us in real life.
Yeah.
Good call.
Oh my goodness. Joining me tonight. She's got zaddy issues. It's Cassie playing Catassie.
I got 99 problems, but Wednesday nights luckily aren't one.
Hey. To her direct right. Looking cool as the other side of the pillow. It's Lance playing Blaze.
Monday is my favorite time of year. It's from a song.
Okay.
I'm going to choose to not believe that. I'm pressing X.
It's
on my keyboard.
it's a no effects song.
Can somebody link that in the chat for me so I can figure it out? To his direct right, he's hanging out and making all the cars go faster. It's Pete playing Buddy Boy.
Sponsor the proletariat. Do not allow Jeff Bezos to return to Earth.
Also fair.
There's a petition for that.
There's
I'm
a petition
stealing
for that. Yep.
Catassie's petition and posting it in the chat.
There
Whoops.
you go. Whoopsies. Oh, I did it.
Hope everybody on the team wanted that in there because I just threw it without asking. Oops.
Oh, on the top level, he is playing our resident healer and exoskeleton wearing boy. It is Alex playing Billy.
I got nothing to follow up with Bezos and stuff, so, you know.
Stuff and
Burn,
things.
burn everything down. Just burn it all down.
Helping to burn it all down. Due north. It's Wildling playing Eve.
Although I would prefer if you did not do any unauthorized burns, because we do have quite a few too many wildfires already, and I really need you guys to please be nice to this earth. Thank you.
Yeah, can we please not have another summer of nothing but smoke, please? That would be great. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
For real though, we taped our windows and it was still getting in.
Yeah.
Please, guys.
Yep. Speaking of most likely to cause a wildfire,
Called out.
Hang on.
It's not long though.
That one time you accidentally an entire forest and suddenly you're the guy that starts forest fires.
He also can start water fires. I've seen him set
Wait.
Oklahoma City water
I'm sorry.
on fire.
I thought only Mexican oil rigs did that.
No, you do have the folks up in Flint still too doing that.
Yep.
Oh,
Flint
right.
still does not have drinkable water, for fuck's sake.
Some people catch wood on fire. Some people catch water on fire. You
Does
know,
that make Joe the Last Airbender?
Fire Nation attacks
Maybe.
in many different ways.
It's
But
Joe.
I do.
Yes, sir.
For my intro, I have a philosophical question for chat to consider this game.
Yes, MC Grifter.
If a sandwich is the stuff between two slices of bread, if you were to take two slices of bread and put them on opposite sides of the earth, does that make the earth a sandwich?
yes.
Yeah,
And
probably.
a hot dog is also a sandwich. So
Hot
is a
dog
taco.
is
And
actually a sandwich, yeah.
It is, according to the National
I'm
Sandwich
surprised you
Council.
didn't bring up that quesadilla is just Mexican grilled cheese.
I mean, kind of.
Ravioli is a sandwich.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to go philosophical with it, we took a hard left turn from
Ravioli be a
wildfires to
dumpling?
sandwiches.
All right, we're gonna have to look this up with the National Sandwich Council to determine
You're
if
right.
ravioli is a sandwich.
I feel like ravioli would be like a filling stuffed dumpling.
I think ravioli
Ooh,
is Italian
I-
dumpling. Yes.
I think it's
It's
a
a
dumpling.
savory donut.
Pizza.
I don't know.
Did you
Pizza
stop
rolls are just
working?
Italian style
Just that-
gushers.
Does that mean raviolis are a soup and a salad?
Possibly. You get unlimited of it at the Olive Garden. At least that's been my argument in the past. Hence why I'm so fat.
There we go. I want to go in there and try that and be like, listen, this is technically both, so I need you to keep on bringing them.
Risa in
Thanks,
chat
Gary.
says Pop Tarts are too. You're not
Risa
wrong,
knows-
actually.
Yeah.
Okay, we just had the PSA for not starting forest fires, and now there's fireworks going off in the background of my house. What the hell, people? Assholes. Hey,
I'm
there's a
pretty sure
puppy
I
on
had a
screen.
firework bounce off my window on the 4th.
I had one too. I'm regularly targeted by fireworks.
So we had a
Sadly,
guy throw a mortar shell in the parking lot.
yeah.
Well, that's
Last night, I
always
think.
pleasant.
Yep. Oh goodness. All right. Before we jump into the game for tonight, just a reminder: you can support the stream. You can support all of us. www.playidentico.com, where you can get all of the goodies and the funds that everybody's holding up. I got the stickers and I got the book. Look at that. They got the core rule book and stuff like that. We got all sorts of fun stuff there. We got posters, we got t-shirts, we got everything. Look at, you know what, Pete? Look at you with the tabs, man. I like that. You got the tabs. See, I got the tabs too. Look at that. The GM knows where to find shit.
It's starting to look like my AD&D book.
Well, look, when I designed the book, and I still want to make sure I can find things very quickly.
I'm about to say I co-wrote the thing, and I still don't know where half the shit in that book is, and frequently find things that I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot we wrote that.
You know, this can be easily remedied by visiting Drive-Thru-RPG and getting the PDF version. Wow, look at that.
It's cheaper. It
I think
saves
he's
on
still
paper.
stuck in-
It's searchable.
And
It's
it's
searchable.
searchable.
I think he's still stuck in that Prime Day commercial.
My favorite one though, like, sorry, regular Pete.
Whatever.
Are we gonna have to now
Actually,
start introducing him as Prime Day Pete?
I want to say, I want to say thank you, Mallo, because that unlocked something in me in my personal and professional life where I feel more comfortable doing presentations now. It made it like, in fact, I made a career decision.
Hey,
After that, so thank you.
fantastic,
Become the Prime
fantastic.
Day advertiser every year.
We know who to call,
Offers
man.
out there.
We know who to call. Okay. Do we have any other? Oops. Do we have any other announcements for tonight? I don't think we do.
Just our usual one that if Beechers wants to sponsor us, they still got time.
Oh, there it goes. Huh, my notes. Look at that.
Hey,
Did you see him?
Beatles,
No, you
Let
didn't.
us be cheesy for you.
Y'all should go to the YouTube channel and leave like likes and comments on things so the algorithm actually finds us.
Yep.
Because that would very much help us out.
Yep.
Nuts to butts. Life is great with features in your guts.
See, Pete's already got the ad copy written.
Boom. Do it. Don't be wieners. Don't sponsor it.
Yeah.
Aggressive marketing.
Aggressive marketing is aggressive, but that's fine. That's okay. It's all good because that's what we do here sometimes. So, you know. Okay, let's recap last episode real quick. Y'all went on a road trip. Y'all went out of the city for the first time in a long time on a search for organic and untainted seeds and seed crops to try and make community gardens, and essentially what the long-term goal is to ease up control of the food supply from corporations like Benevolent. So you left the city. Billy was able to sneak you guys out in a break in the wall. They made their way through the wastes of what used to be Colorado to around the Colorado River way, and got to camp in front of the stars without light pollution for the first time in a long time. After a wonderful dinner and breakfast by Billy, they made their way north up the river and eventually came into a settlement. And after negotiating their way inside, they met with the leaders of the settlement, which was a stately man named Earl and his wife Amanda. And they let the team know that they are part of like a 3 settlement sort of co-op run ultimately by somebody named Preacher Man, as they call him. Along with their children, Thomas and Caleb, they kind of oversee the safety and security and sort of day-to-day operations of the settlement. But they've been attacked lately by raiders, sort of a roving band of raiders that have been hitting up caravans coming into and out of the settlements, as well as sort of doing guerrilla hits within the settlement itself. All while this is going on, Bunny Boy made himself at home by helping out the local mechanic. And after a sweet ass montage, 80s style, they built a car that the mechanic, the young man, is going to enter in the annual Apex Music and Sound Festival in Detroit. They bonded over metal, both real life and sound. And for the first time in a long time, Bunny Boy actually got to help out and make a gasoline powered car, which is a novelty in most of Angel City. Bunny Boy then sponsored the young racer. And in return, the racer painted the car his color schemes and put a Bunny Boy logo on the hood for him and on the side. Also, while this was going on, Eve received a video call from Philippe, and when she answered, to find him being beaten up and held at gunpoint and threatened by the same person who killed Titus, a person named Zemo that he introduced himself as. He dropped a pin somewhere in Angel City and basically said, "See you soon." As Eve was very passionately making plans to go back and do a lot of things that I honestly forgot to take notes on because there was a lot in that list of things that she wants to do, and I'm just going to let her have it. Alarms and church bells started going off, signaling danger approaching the settlement. And that is where we are going to pick up. In the middle of this saloon, with the old sort of cable tables and things like that thrown up, as all of these alarms and things like that are going off, Earl jumps up and grabs his long rifle and starts to run out the door. You see Amanda walk quickly but calmly around to the other side of the bar, and she picks up herself a double barrel shotgun. Caleb and Thomas, who both have their weapons just slung over their backs, start to kind of pull in, and they all start to go out to the main area. What do you all do?
They will find out it was going to be
I'm gonna ask-
this one party.
Just gonna ask him before they leave. Was that the bandit alarm?
When you say if that's the bandit alarm, Earl turns around and he goes, "I mean, it ain't good. Let's put it that way." and keeps running.
Classic Earl.
Classic Earl. Okay.
So I'm gonna get all excited and just like kind of gleefully do the best skipping impression I can do in a 9-foot tall robot, and head towards whatever elevated position I can find.
So if you remember, the camp is sort of octagonal, and it goes to the river where you all had been kind of pushing up. So the river goes under the wall and then through where they're at, and they use that as their irrigation system to work on the crops and everything like that there. And so in each part of where you guys are at, sort of in this very large octagon, there are ways to get up on the wall. The wall is sort of shabbily put together metal, very orcish if you play, Warhammer. There is a way to get up on there. There are towers both at the gates and then sort of at the corners. They're makeshift towers. They're not great for cover, but there are ways to get in and up and around. As they're running out, Earl starts yelling to Thomas to get people indoors, get people inside in bunkers, things like that. So Thomas pulls off for a bit and starts to do rounds getting folks inside.
Do they have any
I'm
like
gonna
heavy
head
weapons? Like mounted?
Roll
anything
perception
like that?
check for me.
While he's rolling, I'm gonna head towards
16.
the nearest tower that looks like it could hold a 900 robot.
Okay. Most of them, you feel like most of it is okay if you needed to get up there. Some of it can be a little bit, but for the most part, you think you can get Muffins up there, and at least hang on for a little while.
Okay.
And Blizz, what did you say you want to do?
I want to see if they have some sort of like heavy weapons and placements that I can man. 'Cause
Okay.
You never
What,
know.
what did you roll?
16.
Okay. What you see is not much in terms of heavy weaponry. They don't have anything that's like sort of mounted, stationed, or anything like that.
They're pretty low tech, you said, right? This settlement.
It's not anti-tech. There is some computer systems and things like that. It's not quite. If you imagine that the systems that you were building at New Haven was its own server network, it was its own sort of like closed circuit TV to make sure that there was security, all the things that are really needed to kind of keep a civilization alive. These folks basically have the equivalent of 2099, like an antenna for like some 3-channel UHF TV. That's the level of sort of tech they got going on.
Do we have an idea of where the Third Eye crew is?
You currently left them on the way to Angel City.
Can we contact them? See if we can maybe like reroute them?
I mean, if
Where?
Eve says something like that, I would probably call.
To us. Either to us or to Felipe's pin. But I don't think that we should be sending them to Felipe's pin without us, so.
If they're on their way there, they're hours away from us. Remember, it took us like a day and a half to get here from Angel City.
Billy can turn into a jet.
Billy's about to when it's his turn. Not a jet per se, but
Sweet.
Are there any turrets or anything that I can climb up and kind of see, like, get a vantage point on what the situation is?
Yeah, the whole wall has enough ways to scale. There's ladders set out, and then there are, at the points, there's little extra bits that you can kind of like set on. Well, the whole wall, it gets a little hairy for Muffins to stand up there in certain points, but for a human, you're totally fine. Like they made it defensible at least.
Yeah,
The Blizz would probably good. Good.
I'm gonna climb it and get a look and see kind of what the situation is. If they're raiders, if they're broken up in small groups, if it's a large band of folks approaching.
give me a perception check, please.
As Billy wanders toward his exoskeleton, he's debating what to look like today. So I think red hair a la Reno from Final Fantasy VII and a skull mask on his face, like with like his glam.
So it's Final Fantasy meets Call of Duty. Got it.
Yes. And then he
16.
opens his case and gets in.
Okay. 16. When you look out onto basically the plains, there's a little bit of rolling hills, but you see several, dust cloud kind of coming in. You see at least 3 buggies or HM lavs in some sort of kind of piece headed your way.
I'm going to communicate that back over the Quancom to the other guys.
Okay.
And but Muffins, it looks like we've got some friends over this way. You want to come take a look? Well, where I'm at, hold
See him
Muffins.
from where I am.
Give me a perception check.
Or can I communicate to him where they are in relation to my 12?
if you know how to do that, yes.
Roll one.
Well, where are they in relation to me? You said I could see them, but I don't know.
If you are looking due south, they are off to the west. They are coming they are coming basically, the river runs north to south, and they are coming from the west. So they're coming back from the area of Angel City and things like that. So roughly where y'all came from, but not quite up the river.
Muffins, I
got
see
a
some
dirty
dust
spot.
clouds over off to the west.
And for you guys in there, I just put a pin from Google Maps if you want to take a look at it, so you can just kind of see what the surrounding area looks like.
Thank you.
What did my elf eyes see, GM?
Sorry, what did you roll?
A dirty 20.
Dirty
A
20.
20 with also in it.
Because Muffins, I believe, has a little bit of upgraded on the perception with the sight, you're able to kind of zoom in a little bit more than what Catassie can see with hers. Because she's got a watcher, you've got slightly about the same thing, but I think yours is a little bit more upgraded from there. And as you kind of zoom in, you start to see that like these HMs are fully kitted out with several people, and you believe you might even see like full on, you can't tell if it's either exosuits or ROVs, one of the two, but they've got at least 2 of those folks with them.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Is this camp situated in a valley, or because I do see that on our map that we are in the mountains?
With where it's at within the river, it does have a little bit of a valley going to it, though they've built up around them significantly.
Okay. Do we have any cliffs overhead? Or
Roughly,
higher
yes.
ground?
Yeah, roughly, yes. Because you see, as
Okay.
you're looking off to the left-hand side of that exact pin, there's a bunch of like plains and things like that there. They've got themselves kind of backed up and using the irrigation system from there, so they've got a defensible position, if that makes sense. So you can
They're in the foothills.
bingo. You got
Okay.
yourself coming and going a little bit.
So have we gotten word from anybody yet that these are the bandits? Because I don't think anyone specifically said yet.
You see Earl come up, and just for everybody's sort of like look and feel to it, there are 8 points in the octagon on this, and so what I'm going to do with you all in just a minute is I'm going to have you all roll initiative, and then I'm going to put in to our chat an octagon that's numbered. And then I want you all basically to tell me roughly what side of the octagon that you are on, because that'll tell me like where you guys are at in relation to the rest of the camp.
It's bad enough that we have to do math to add things, and now you're bringing geometry into it.
That's what I do.
Look, I went to school in Oklahoma. Don't stress it.
Did they not go over shapes there?
It's a question about whether shapes even exist and are, the work of God or the devil.
The only thing I know about otters gone is getting them out of my pond.
Wow.
They're
Wow.
acknowledged to exist, but they're not allowed to teach them.
Ah,
Strange, but okay.
Oklahomans know what I'm talking about.
this is why I have been saying we can sell those states to other countries to pay down the national debt.
Wow. That's something.
Well, there's a lot of oil in Oklahoma. Sorry, I didn't say it right. There's a lot of oil in Oklahoma.
A lot of oil in Oklahoma.
You still
All.
didn't say it right. It's pronounced freedom.
Do we really need Oklahoma or
No.
Wyoming?
Let me just
No.
say,
I've lived both places. No.
Well, look, we can't legally sell it anyways right now because half of it belongs to the natives.
well,
That's true. So
listen,
we'll sell the half that doesn't belong to the natives to Mexico.
selling off your planes is how you get a steppe tribe to slowly rise up and conquer the mother country. So, history.
I mean, I guess not wrong. I believe those are facts in a book somewhere, if I remember correctly.
Genghis Khan reference.
Yeah,
Just
Well,
FYI.
If we're gonna go down that road,
Oh,
Gotta
God.
explain it, Joe.
while Mallo's working, okay, what we can do is we can go to the interior of the country and start murdering all the landlords and seizing all the buildings for the people.
Listen, we can't agree to this plan because now it's premeditated.
She's not wrong.
Look, it worked for Mao.
Wow. We went there, huh? We went there.
Lord.
Wow, he really went Mao.
Suffice to say, we are all very frustrated with how it's going here in America, and it's a fucking shit show.
Woo, okay. Woo chow. Woo chow. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
I mean,
you
I
went
can't-
Genghis Khan, I went Mao.
You did. I mean, you're not
So-
wrong.
So I'm gonna go Pol Pot while we're at it.
You just went there? You went there? Holy fuck. Okay.
I'm
That guy
gonna
had
put all of you
serious-
in timeout.
That guy had a serious love affair with landmines.
God damn, son.
I just ask the French how that is.
I can't with you people tonight. I just can't. Let's get with the murdering and roll initiative.
I'm at 2. I just decided.
All right. Muffins is
New
at
dice.
2.
New dice from my spouse.
14.
No, you're at 2.
You said to tell us where we were in the octagon.
Oh, you're at oh, okay. All right, fine.
Oh, do I get the bonus from my exosuit, don't I?
Yeah, if
I
it's to
rolled
your
an
initiative.
8.
You rolled an 8.
Can I use that for my octagon and not for my initiative? Even though I rolled it.
Yeah.
So I rolled an 11, and I'm probably 4.
Years old, or
Whatever fits.
Yep. Bunny, what'd you roll, buddy?
Jokes are always funny.
For initiative?
Yeah.
A 19.
No, 19. All right. Eve, what'd you roll?
I got a 6.
Eve with a 6. Billy, what'd you get?
1-1. Thank you, exosuit. You're my friend.
All right. Well, with a 21, then, you get to go first.
Billy's not super sure what's going on, so he's just going to jump over the wall between 7 and 8.
Okay. So that's basically where the gate is. So you're going to just jump over the gate.
I'm assuming the gate is closed
Correct.
because Raiders.
Yep.
So, yeah, why open it? I don't need it.
Okay.
Whee! That's what Billy says.
Earl is up next, and he looks at you as you're going over. He's like, what in the goddamn, what the hell? Jesus. And he just, and he's like waiting, and you see him just kind of like take a, just a shot out from there. And you see from his gun, you just see like a pockmark happen out there, just kind of spits up from the ground as it goes, but it doesn't quite hit where it's supposed to go. Okay.
Does it look like that was a warning shot or just a missed shot?
Roll perception for me.
That would be 5.
You can't tell. It looks like a missed shot. No. You don't know. Caleb, for his turn, starts to, he takes off, he basically unclips his entire vest and rolls it down like, well, you guys can't see my hands. He rolls it down like this, and like several blocks of C4 and things just start to unfurl from there, and you see him start to like making some fun, or at least those who like to do explosive tamales think that it's fun.
I'm gonna go over near Caleb.
I just like explosives in general. Tamales are
I
not.
would say Blizz would look interested too.
Okay, well, we'll get to you guys on your turn. Bunny Boy, it's your turn.
Remind me who Caleb is. I'm so awful with names.
Caleb is...
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Caleb is one of Earl and Amanda's children, and he is...
Okay.
When you met him last, he had basically like cargo shorts, like camouflage cargo shorts, boots that were very worn and kind of, they're dusty and worn, and
Not
essentially a bulletproof vest that he had sort of like siphoned and manufactured to hold things. You suspect that, like, when you first met him, he was helping carry grain when y'all first came in, and basically has just been farmhanding and doing whatever Earl and folks need around the settlement.
Okay, makes sense. So I guess I'm hearing sirens or alarms and people yelling about, is that bandit? It ain't good. And a guy dropping C4. So I'm just going to assume that bad stuff's happening. Can I roll a perception to see like what I specifically see? Like,
Yeah, do it for me.
okay. Let's see here. That'll be I look, I'm like, I kind of we'll roll a 16. What did my elven eyes see?
A lot of elves in this group tonight, apparently. As you're looking around, you notice that the young man that you were working on the car with is starting to like close down shop. He starts to pull down a garage door that's like a very metallic garage door. Right before he does that, you see him throw like a tarp over the car that you guys were working on. Like he starts doing that, starts closing up doors. As you start to see other families and things are grabbing kids and going into like underground like tornado bunkers and things like that. These are like reinforced bunkers though. They have like metal sort of hinges and doors on them. Okay. And then you see, Amanda is starting to run up as well, as Thomas is starting to like get people, those that don't have that kind of shelter, they're starting to get them into the church, into the middle of the settlement.
Okay. Man, there's so much going through Bunny Boy's head right now. Catassie, you shared like what you saw out there, right?
Yeah, over Concom.
Those Rovs, they were Rovs, right? Were they close together?
I can't super tell what they are. I can just tell like it's a few vehicles of some type, right?
Right. Do they look like they can explode?
The time we've spent with muffins has taught me literally anything can explode if you are dedicated enough and hit it with enough repeated fire.
Okay. While the guy is while the guy is putting the tarp over the car, I'm gonna look at him and be like, hey, stop it. I need to borrow that. And then I'm gonna look at the C4 Caleb and I'm gonna be like, hey, are you using all that C4? Sorry. Hey, are you using all that C4?
When did Bunny turn into Bruce Willis.
Because it's a high pressure situation, okay? Some people rise to pressure and some people freeze up. Bunny Boy's strategy is to, I don't know, depends on the
Do
situation.
both.
Hey,
Intermittently.
the minute Bunny starts talking about family, we're gonna have to have an intervention.
Where's my family?
No, not that. Not that. No, wait. No. You will get fucking advantage on your rolls if you start pulling some Vin Diesel bullshit. And if you're doing what I think you're about to do, this is going to be epic as fuck. Also,
I was gonna say,
I rolled a natural
Harrison
20
Ford.
for Caleb to give you C4. So take what you need, my friend.
Yes. Okay.
I can't do anything at distance. I ride with Bunny.
All right. I want to put some C4 in this car.
All right.
In the passenger seat with me.
Caleb kind of looks at you and looks back and he looks at him. He's like, okay. And then he like picks up his vest and just kind of like walks over with you. He's like, all right, what we doing? How we doing this?
Throw it in the passenger seat or the trunk, whichever.
Okay. He lifts up the trunk.
Don't wait up.
He tosses it. He lifts up the trunk, realizes there isn't a trunk. And there's just like roll bars and things coming in there. So what he does is he takes the vest and then puts it around the roll bars and then zips it back up. So now the vest is kind of like stuck within the roll bars on the back, and then puts the lid back down. And then puts the two, clothespins back into it.
Of course there's no trunk. It's a stock car.
Exactly.
I knew that. Bunny knew that.
I just hope you.
It's right next to the fuel cell if you really want to know.
Hell yeah. Okay. Sweet. Yeah, put those on there. Earl, get ready to shoot.
Okay.
And then I hop in the car and whoa, yeah, kick my heart to the top.
Oh Jesus.
Whoa, yeah, baby. And hopefully it starts and I'm gonna zoom.
Well, I mean, you put it back together with a couple natural 20s, I think, last time. So it does start
right.
because remember y'all tested it.
It's made out of unobtainium.
It's definitely not, but okay. Thomas is going to spend his turn. He's getting the last of the people inside the church, and you see him start to put in several like locks and barring parts of the door. And then as he gets people in there, he's able to pull out this like metal canopy that comes down at an angle in front of the main doors of the church. So that's what he's going to spend his turn doing. Catassie and Muffins, you see one of the transports cut off from the other, and then you see the other transports start to kind of create this V as it's starting to come out towards the settlement. So they're still coming towards you all, but they're starting to spread out a little bit more.
All right, I'm going to announce over Quancom. It looks like they're splitting to take us over by both sides.
And with
Does that mean they're taking us from the north and south of the settlement that we're in?
Yeah, they're starting like one's coming at you from the west directly, one's going more southwest basically, and then one would be going northeast technically. But yeah, they're coming at you from this, and then the other two are splitting off, so they're coming at you almost like a death triangle. That brings us to one of the what you think is either the Rav or the exosuit in the back leans out, and Muffins, from behind you, you see just a little pop, and you just go thoop. And I need everybody that is on the Muffins. You said you were at 2. Yep. Anybody who's at 1 to 2 or 8 to 1, I need y'all to roll a dodge for me.
Beth.
17.
8. No, 9, because it's agility, right?
9, yes, it's agility. Is that the only people that are there?
I was at 8.
Where's the car at? Where would I mean,
The car is more towards it's towards the opposite side of that, so it's around like the 5 to 6 wall on that
Where
side.
is Thomas?
Thomas is pretty much right in the middle of that, where the church is.
Guess I'll split the difference at 5.
Okay. Catassie, I need you to take 14 points of damage to your body as a mortar comes flying in, hitting the wall. It does not impact directly. That's why you're not taking substantial damage, so you're taking just basically shrapnel from there. And with that, Muffins, it's your turn.
I'm gonna shoot at the mortar butt
Okay.
with my rail gun. I got one natural 20.
Ooh, nice.
What's my target?
An 8.
So I hit with all of them.
Yeah. It's on the back of a lob, so it's kind of hard to.
Well, my lowest score was a 10 before I added in the modifier.
Fantastic. Where does your
Okay.
natural 20 go? Let's go with that first.
Let's go with that one. So that is 16 damage to, looking at my fancy sheet, the body. I should probably move that where I can see beyond my mic.
They're called glasses, I think.
No, it was literally my sheet was like on the other side of my mic, so I was like having to go to can see around it. So you're just moving my sheet.
Yeah. So you line up and just, and you see it kind of hit in at the chest, and he kind of like reels back for a second. Is still hanging on. Where did the other two hit?
So we got 21, 2. That fell off onto the floor. 5. So that would be left arm.
Yep.
Okay, so I just lost that D12 into the void. Stop rolling. Okay. 34
Jesus.
to 6. So left arm again.
Yeah.
Muffins has ascended.
And I think those are all 3 of your shots, right? Or you got 5 shots? I can't remember.
I got 5 shots.
Okay, hurry up then.
Dude, I tried. I had to retrieve a dice.
Don't drop your dice.
29 to. I weirdly only have 3 d12s. Another one to 7. This guy's poor arm. Oh, that was a lame roll. 14 to 10. So basically, just scattered all over the body.
Yep. And you said you had 14 to 10?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You sink 5 shots into him, and he seems to soak up a lot of damage.
Good, a worthy foe.
Blizz, it's your turn.
I want to get up on the wall and try out my new grenade launcher on the lead vehicle.
Okay. What's the range on your grenade launcher?
I don't remember what we put it as. I've got, it's a 40 millimeter, whatever that would be.
1,200 yards.
Okay, you should be able to hit it from there.
Okay. That was a nat 20 plus something.
What are you shooting at?
The lead car, whatever the lead car is.
Do you want the one due west, northwest, or southwest? There's no lead car.
Let's go the first one.
So due west. Okay. All right. What'd you roll?
18 damage.
To what?
Oh, sorry.
Amateur hour.
To 8.
Okay. All right, so you hit it, and it hits the armor on the truck, and it creates a pretty large explosion with just a giant boom like that, and you see a couple of the guys kind of like duck in back behind the armor that's on it, but it doesn't seem to stop. It seems to keep coming towards you all. Did you say good? Who said good? Catassie, it's your turn.
All right. Is there anything, as I'm looking around on this wall, are there any rifles up here? Are there any turret guns that I can use? Anything like that? Because all I've got on me is pistols.
You could probably get a rifle, but there's no like mounted guns or anything like that.
All right. Is there anybody on the ground that I can holler for to throw a rifle up to me?
If you go to my meat body, you can get my NIP rifle off of me.
All right. I'm going to go do that.
Okay. So you will spend your turn going and getting that.
Retrieving that and then getting that on the wall.
I do not have the stats for written down on my sheet.
What's it called? I have the weapons pulled up in the PDF that was conveniently mentioned that you can get on drive-thru-RPG.com. Thanks.
It's the NEMP rifle.
Page 113.
See, you know things.
I'm looking inside of it.
He's
right
literally
now.
looking at it right now. That's why.
Because I'm in the weapons and armor section. And I had to do some cross-referencing as we go.
Yep.
You have the INS standard?
Yeah.
Yep. Eve, it is your turn. Billy, you're on deck.
Well then. Okay, so I'm on number 5 on the octagon. I've seen this car get hit. I know that in my heart of hearts I was definitely helping Thomas like protect the church, so and the people inside, because it's just how I am. And of course gave them some tamales. And now I have my battle rifle out, and I'm going to shoot at which car is closest to me right now, or enemy?
Directly through. You'd have to shoot through Earl, Muffins. Earl, Muffins, Amanda. You're on the opposite wall from everybody else, basically. So you have to shoot the opposite side of the settlement and then past that wall.
Well, then, I guess what I'm gonna do is, go and find Caleb, because I know that he gave away all of the C4.
Okay.
And I'm going to give him a couple of my C4 daggers. And
You
let
are
him
out
know
of
how to
C4
use them.
daggers.
I have 2 left, sir.
You, I believe, used them to escape Angel City, didn't you?
I had... Maybe I'm not counting. Well, then... I'm just gonna go over with the rest of the team.
42 episodes,
There.
the DM makes you count ammo. I'm sorry.
I passed my turn. Whatever.
Are you gonna run to the other side though? Is that what you're gonna do? Because you would be able to help Thomas finish sort of boarding up the church from that way as you were on your way over to it. So that's a perfectly fine way to go.
Perfect.
Okay, Billy.
How far away are they?
About a half mile.
So they wouldn't even be in battle rifle range.
It's gonna be hard. I mean, you run fast in your exosuit.
That's what I'm thinking. So the one that's beelining toward the south, I'm gonna because I'm sitting on the west side of it, so I'm gonna try and flank that motherfucker, and I'm actually gonna use my lovely dual wielding ability, and I'm going to fire both my pistol and one-hand my submachine gun at the same time.
All right, which
puto!
all right, which you said you're going to the one for the southwest that's headed towards you?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I am at a sprint.
All right.
So that's 8 shots because I'm just spraying.
Yep. But you realize you're at a penalty, right? Because you're sprinting.
Is
Okay.
yeah, so -3 off my +4.
Yep.
So I'm only at a +1. Ah! All right. So what do they get for their defense roll? And I'll just kill everything that didn't hit them.
19.
Okay. I did hit them.
All right. All right. I mean, sprinting at them. I mean, I feel like this is a tactical sprint. Like you're just giving them warning shots ahead of time before you get there.
Yeah, I'm still dinging them. All right. So the first one. So that first hit. I got 3 to 8 here. I hit them both times with the damn machine guns. Actually, it's 3 to 6. So in the wrong dice. 2, they take 12 points of damage. And again, in the 2, they take another 9. So 21. So
21 points of damage.
Yeah, not terrible.
So, pling, 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 as you start to hit. You get a little bit closer and you looked at like their armor is like rusted plate steel.
Okay, we're gonna get through that quick.
So like it's rough. It's very Mad Max-esque. So it can take a beating, but because you're shooting small caliber, it can take a beating. Large caliber, maybe not so much. For Caleb's turn, after he puts the lid back down on the car, he walks over to you, Bunny Boy, and he hands you what is essentially an RC remote for like an RC car. And he says, well, when it's time, pull the trigger, man. Just turn the wheel like this, pull the trigger. I don't know what you're doing, but good luck. Pats you on the back, and then pulls out a gun, pulls out a pistol from behind, and then just starts running towards the gate.
What kind of range does this have?
He's like, no, it's just for the C4, not the car.
Yeah, yeah, same question for the C4.
Oh, not far.
Okay, that's good data. Thank you.
Thomas and Earl will both climb. Earl will take another shot, actually. Let's see what he can do. Earl takes a shot with his long rifle, and you see it pluck through and hit the car in front of him. Ooh, for another few damage. All right. This time he connects. You see it similar to yours, Billy. You just kind of hear a crack, and you see just another ricochet off of armor. It leaves like this, like where everything is sort of rusted and like that. It leaves a little bit more of like a bright silver streak where it would hit into it. Thomas will run up. He'll kind of look at you, Eve. Kind of pull his hat down, says thank you kindly, and then jumps up on the wall towards the rest of them for his turn. And then the grenade. So everybody that is on the wall in the same positions. So between 8 and 1 and 1 and 2. I need y'all to roll
That's a 20.
defense for me. Everybody who's there, you got a natural 20. You're
Burning
good.
up all my natural 20s.
Yep.
Dodging mortars.
You're good.
11.
You're good.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 10.
Well, thank Bob.
So the mortar goes off this time, but it hits the wall in front, and you feel a bit of a shake just from the general explosion that's in there. But nobody takes any damage this time. Muffins, you are up.
I am gonna shoot a mortar bot again.
Okay.
Second verse, same as the first. But I have it queued up for a online roller for my damage to make it a little easier. So that one definitely missed because it's a 7, unless you rolled very badly.
No, I did not.
So 2 of them are 12s.
Gonna have to roll higher than that.
And then I have a 16 and a 21.
The 21 just hits.
Dang. What kind of snazzy roll did you get?
A 21?
Same thing you got when I shot at him.
Well, luckily
rolling
this
good
one
tonight.
actually did a decent amount of damage.
Oh, good.
So we got 29 going to 1.
So you see it puncture a pretty decent hole where you hit it. The most of the armor still around that area is alive, but it's got a heavy chunk of it just being blown in.
Chipping away at the paint.
Yep. Bunny boy. I accidentally skipped you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You were supposed to go. You were supposed to go before Muffins. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It's Bunny boy and then Blizz. You're up after that.
Okay. Have I successfully started the car?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can I get the gate open?
Caleb is at the gate to open it for you.
All right.
He's
Yo,
picking up
bye.
what you're putting down.
All right. Thanks, bud. My pit crew there. Okay. So I'm gonna start driving towards the Rav-like things.
So there are
That are-
three like armored vehicles coming. One's coming towards the
Okay.
gate. One is coming
Okay.
due west of you all, and then one's coming to sort of the north side of the settlement.
Okay, that's right. Those motherfuckers tried to flank from all directions, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Flank was the one you couldn't remember earlier.
Yay! We figured it out. Okay. And remind me again, there's those 3 armored vehicles, and what else do I see?
There are people hanging out of those and off of them.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, let's go towards the first one.
The one going towards the gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna drive in a loose serpentine pattern so that they cannot.
Roll drive for me.
Oh, you're goddamn right, I will.
So I have to ask, what's your plan when you reach them?
We'll see. Bunny doesn't ever have a plan.
Is Bunny actually driving, or is he driving this like an RC car?
No, he's driving the car.
I'm driving. The RC thing is just basically a button.
That's
for
his
the C4.
detonator for the C4. Yeah.
Maybe I should hitch a ride with Bunny. Which way are you going, Bunny?
South.
Oh, good. That's the way I'm going. So when you drive by me, I'll just jump on.
Okay. So now I have a jet. Can you pick my car up off the ground?
I'm not
Damn
that
it.
tough. But we'll do some cool shit.
Batman always
Family.
has stuff, but can't quite do
Something.
it.
Family.
Something, but yeah.
And before someone rolls a 1 and they blow themselves up.
Nope. I've declared that we are now invincible like the Fast and Furious characters.
Joe, you can't say stuff like that because it comes true. Shut up.
Then it would be hilarious.
He's not wrong, actually, when it comes to that. I'm looking up the speed of something because, if I remember correctly,
FYI, I rolled a 14 on the driving check.
Okay. So, just to give you a heads up, you're basically now going to be playing chicken with that. Because you're in a stock car, a super powered stock car, going very fast. Billy is now holding on to a stock car.
Cool.
I mean, would you like to roll? Would you like to roll
Nope.
agility for me?
Sure.
Do you want to be my spoiler? We're gonna go so fast. I'm gonna need you to keep the ass down.
Let's do this shit. I got a D4 bonus.
I was just gonna say, if you're looking up the detonation speed of C4, it's 8,000 meters per second. I don't think
Yeah,
they can
we're-
outrun that.
We're good.
Okay.
Hey, that was great. 23.
Okay. So just to let you know, next turn you guys are gonna be nearly nose to nose to these guys. So
That's great.
Prepare
I'll be so
what
much
you would like to
closer
do.
Shoot them.
prepare what you would like to do. And Blizz, it's your turn.
It's an armored vehicle, right? Like a Hummer.
In so much, yeah, kind of built like that, but not nearly as nice. You know, sort of like plated
Okay.
armor and things in places that maybe plated armor shouldn't be.
Okay, nice, gotcha.
Yeah.
Can I see the ROV thing that the Muffins has been shooting at from where I'm at?
Give me a perception check. Right now, you see an armored vehicle headed towards you.
18.
Yeah, you can see a bigger ROV hanging off the back.
Well, seeing that there's a friendly car running toward it, I'm gonna probably aim for the ROV.
That is
with my
not
grenade
where the
launcher.
ROV is at. The ROV,
Oh.
they are headed towards one. The ROV that you were shooting at is due west. The one that these two dudes are driving towards right now is the one that is basically southwest.
Well, I guess I'll just shoot at the next car that they're not heading toward.
Okay, that's the one with the ROV that Muffins has been shooting at.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one I want to shoot at. My
Okay,
grenade launcher.
all right.
11 plus 4. 15, sorry.
Roll damage for me. They attempt to swerve out of the way.
23. 2, 7.
Cool. So, it takes a decent amount of damage, and you start to see like plates sort of fall off the side of it on the left-hand side. It keeps coming, though it slows down a little bit, and a little bit of its armor has been starting to kind of fall off. It's not nearly as, I want to say pristine, but that's not the right way to describe these vehicles at all.
And that's it for me.
All right. Catassie, you were up. Eve, you were on deck.
Do we know which one Charlize Theron is in?
No, we don't.
Damn. All
You
right.
cannot seduce the dragon, Bard.
Watch me. With enough 20s, I can seduce anything, is what 20 years of D&D has taught me. All right. So I'm at 8, and there's currently nobody actively working on the ones on the northwest, correct? Lance was working on due west, and Bunny was headed for southwest.
Yeah. So northwest would be the between 2 and 3. So 1 and 2 is directly west.
Gotcha.
2 and 3 is northwest. 8 and 1 is
I
southwest.
got-
The gate is between 7 and 8.
Okay, I was thinking 1 and 2 was north. Okay, so then that means I'm probably closest to the southwest one.
Correct. In fact, you just watched Billy jump on the back of of the car that Bunny Boy is driving.
And life
I-
is good.
All right, so my assumption is that one is either handled or shall be shortly. The one that Blizz is working on, am I within 400 feet of it?
No, the car is not within 400 feet of you yet.
Okay. So that rifle has a 400-foot range on it, so I either have to jump down and spin this turn, getting somewhere that I can hit them, or wait.
What would you like to do then?
I'm gonna wait.
You're awake. Okay, cool. Do you want to hold an action basically then?
I'm gonna hold this action for if they come within 400 feet by the end of this round.
Gotcha. Eve, what would you like to do?
I'm not on the wall yet, so
You are
I'm
to the
gonna
wall, so you can do whichever one you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout and ask for whoever is closest to me from the settlement if they have any highly flammable grain alcohol available, so that I can start maybe whipping up some Molotov cocktails.
Thomas yells out, he's like, now's not the time to drink. And Caleb goes, shut up, you motherfucker. I know what she's trying to do. Show her where the cellar's at. And Thomas just like throws up his hands and he's like, God damn it. All right, come on this way. And he starts leading you to the north side of the camp.
Perfect, I'll follow him.
As you get towards, I think you guys' speed should be enough. As you get towards the north side of the camp, it takes you basically around back of the saloon from there. And there are grain barrels and things like that are there. And then there are different stacks of where they're basically storing the whiskey and the grain alcohol.
I'm gonna ask him and say which one tastes the worst.
He looks at you and he goes, this is the one that Caleb is experimenting on. It's like banana. You ever had moonshine?
Yes.
It's like a banana moonshine kind of thing. It's weird. It's real weird.
Looky, that sounds pretty delicious.
We know who the Caleb of the group is. Okay, I'll start working on this barrel first. Do you have bottles and
On his turn, because he's coming up in a minute, on his turn, he will kick open the back door essentially to it. And you can see there's a bunch of different, like the bottles and like canning jars and all that kind of stuff in there.
Sweet.
And with that, yep. So one of the Rovs starts to approach the north side of the camp this turn. So it is less than a quarter of a mile from the top of the camp. And then Muffins, roll a perception check for me.
Dirty 20.
That's cocked. You get a glint out of the right side of your eye, and with that lav that went to the north, you happen to just see a different Rob pull out and take a shot at you. And I rolled a natural 20.
That is not good. I don't like that.
Yep, it's not gonna be fun. Now I get to do the D12 thing. Quite literally missing another D12. Sorry. Now I'm holding the game up. Fucking hell.
That's fine. That gives me an opportunity to find my damn pencil since you keep shooting at me. Look, there's so many other targets here. I don't think Blizz has been shot at in several sessions. Shoot at him.
You take 18 points to the face.
Ow.
And that's natural 20, so that's directly through the armor.
Ooh. That's
Now who's losing their face?
Oh shit, I don't even be.
Karma's a bitch, isn't it?
Yeah, well, see, the difference is I have a lot more hit points than you did.
That's true. That's the point. That's why you
I feel like
have to be.
in my mind, when it happened to Titus, he basically like got out from behind a busted up truck and was like,
He got out T-posed.
and then just melted face.
See, I'm sitting here thinking like, take the round in the face, and head snaps back and pulls back forward. Goes, Titus was a bitch. That wasn't so bad.
Oh my god. Speaking of Titus's ghost, Billy, it's your turn.
Okay, so since I'm now holding onto the back of the car with one hand, I can only fire with the other one.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so as we drive, how far away are we from that Hemlav now that we're beelining toward?
Maybe 300 feet tops. And it's coming towards you this round as well.
Turn into a
Okay.
jet.
So this is what I want to do. I'm gonna hold action. What's the furthest I've boost jumped in my exosuit?
I don't know. What's your strength?
With the exosuit,
This is gonna be interesting.
20.
So, but what's your bonus to that? Because it's your.
I'm gonna look up the jump rules.
Look,
They're not
if
in
you're
there.
Gonna try this. You have to invoke the redneck gods and say, "Watch this" right before you do it.
Oh, I'm going to.
Otherwise,
It's not
otherwise
gonna
it's
sound
gonna be bad.
exactly like this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my action until we're about 30 feet away. Right?
Yeah.
Now, is the Hemlav open topped, or is there anybody in the turret?
There is somebody in the turret,
Okay.
and
so
yes,
I'm
it's sort of open topped.
Okay, so for the guy in the turret, here's what I'm gonna do, because I'm assuming Bunny's gonna use his C4 on the Hemlav.
I'm sorry.
not
There's
quite sure
nobody
how
in the
he-
turret. Sorry. There's nobody in the turret. Sorry. I look at my notes. There's nobody at the turret.
Is there anybody like exposed? Like are the windows
Yes.
down?
Those are the people
Okay.
hanging out the back.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold my action till we're about 40 feet away, because I'm assuming Bunny's gonna use his C4 on the thing, and I'm gonna spear tackle the guys in the back, off the back of the Hemlav, using the momentum of the car to help push my boost forward, because that's how physics works.
That's how
is
physics work. I feel as though Buddy's here for it. Yes,
Bunny
ma'am.
is so excited.
Just
You know,
for theater of the mind purposes, when you say, can you explain to me what that's gonna look like? I need you, Alex.
Action
to do
figures.
that now for me.
I'm currently standing on top of the car that Bunny's in, with my left hand in the door jamb, holding myself on. As we go by, I'm going to launch myself off with a boost jump, basically kind of like T-pose, and spear tackle the guys in the back of that Hemlav off of it. Thereby, what I'm
So-
hoping is, armor or not, the impact of that is going to fuck them up.
Goldberg.
you know what happens when you're
Goldberg.
driving down a country road at night and a bug kind of impacts the windshield.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking is about to happen.
Can we officially refer to this move hereto after as making human jam?
This will be
But
interesting.
look, even if this goes south, it's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
We are going south, actually.
Caleb. So, all right. So you got your held action. Caleb.
Tell me when we're there.
I'll get you there in just a second. I'm looking at the initiative order, and there's a specific number of things that have to happen for this to work. Earl is reloading. Caleb closes the gate and secures it behind you all. Bunny Boy, it is your turn.
Okay. So, just so I'm clear, Titus, sorry, Billy's way cooler than Titus. Billy has not leapt off the car yet, right?
Not yet, but he's holding an action.
Okay. I've, not gonna metagame. Bunny has no fucking clue what his plan is by hanging off of my car playing chicken. But I'm gonna pull out my my 40 cal, my pistol. And as we're going towards, I'm gonna, Nick Cage it and stick out the window, or whatever, John Wick. And do I see that the tires are armored?
They're heavy duty. You don't know if they're quite armored or not. They've got some skirts on them, but they're pretty heavy tires.
Okay. Is there anything exposed aside from the two guys in the back? Or hanging out?
I mean, there are lacks of windows. Like, there's not a lot of bulletproof windows or anything like that going on. It's pretty open air.
Okay.
Thing.
And you said we're 300 feet away?
At the speed that you're going, you're basically going to be at the end of like this round. So if you want to do movement first, you will be up on the car this round because the Himlav goes 192 or 195 feet per second. You go about 300 and something feet per second.
Very fast.
You go very fast. You're essentially in a stock car.
Peter, go fast. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll do movement.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull out the pistol, and I'm gonna say, this is for Muffins. Buenos dias, pendejos. And I'm gonna aim at the head of the driver, and try to paint the interior.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter. I was trying to figure out a way to work that in.
Yeah. Oh. That would be a 23.
That hits.
Okay. Now I don't shoot very much. What do I roll next?
Roll a D. Well, you aimed, so it's an aim shot to the head. So just roll your damage.
Okay. Ooh, jeez. Do I add anything to the damage or just
Nope, just
give
straight
you the
damage.
Okay. We're learning how to play the game, chat.
Yep.
Can Sterling rage keep on it?
Yeah, it's
For
not even a
the
question.
D8?
He's already done it like 5 times. He's so fast.
Yeah.
Total of 14.
Nice. All right.
To the face or wherever you dictate, but
Well, it's to the head. So you now he is wearing a helmet.
oh,
So when you hit it, you definitely see him kind of do one of these things, and like the truck starts to kind of like jerk a little bit. But it doesn't slow down. He just kind of takes a hit, jerks it a little bit to the side, away from you, just a hair. Billy, you have a held action, I believe.
I won.
It's that time. Here we go. New dice. Don't let me down. So what kind of penalties and stuff am I working at here? Now, for proficiencies, I told you I'm spear tackling him. I have brawling.
Yes.
So I should get
Isn't
my
it-
combat bonus.
Dependent on what Paul Walker or Vin Diesel line you say before you do the jump.
So basically, I will say that your proficiencies basically balance out the penalty you would take to jump from a moving car. Essentially, is what it kind of comes to.
Deal. Taking it. Fucking cocked dice. 18
Okay.
to spear tackle them off the back of the thing. Ah! And Billy is screaming the whole way, like, bah!
While you are doing that, you notice that flames start shooting out of the mortar or the turret on the top of the car, and you barely get away
Yeah.
before the flame hits you.
So much cooler than Titus.
Roll damage
so
for me.
much.
The question is, did I spear tackle the two guys in the back of the thing?
Oh, yeah, let me roll some let's
You
roll
figure
some
I
of
was
that.
going fast. Like, how fast are we going, buddy?
Like 300 something miles an hour. Yeah.
And then I used a jet boost assist to propel myself through them.
Well, and they didn't roll well on their agility checks, so I'm gonna go
Like the
with
speed
yes.
sound.
How much damage does that do?
Well, what's your so with the brawling, what does that give you with that? Because you got the power from your exosuit,
Yeah.
and
So-
you got the proficiency.
So the initial damage would be me hitting them. and that would be a D8 plus 5
Yep.
to each of them. Then it's, did they come out the back and hit the ground at however fast they were going?
Well, I would do for that speed, I would do a D8 plus a D6 plus your 5 for the initial oomph, because basically that's kind of like physics going opposite directions. Essentially, what you're trying to do is clothesline them.
Yes. Okay, so for the initial hit for the first guy, he takes 11. And the other guy takes also 11. I got 3 plus 3 plus 5. Then I got 5 plus 1 plus 5.
You get a bonus for breaking the sound barrier.
It would not break the sound barrier, sadly.
No.
Okay, and then so fall damage, I believe, should be a D10.
For them.
Yep.
Well, I think it's a
D10 or
D10. It's a D10 per 10 feet when you're falling.
Right.
Now the question is how fast are they going? Because they're gonna roll, right?
Right, but it's the initial impact that's gonna hurt, not the roll.
Okay, so then they're gonna take. First guy's gonna take another 2. Second guy's gonna take another 8.
Okay.
Now, where do I land? Do I manage to like stay in the vehicle after shoving them out, or am I flying out the other side?
You are flying out the other side.
Awesome.
Yeah, you are not gonna hang on to that vehicle with that kind of roll. I don't think that's not how we're gonna be able to do that one. So.
But Buddy just saw me spear tackle 2 guys out the back of the Hemlab.
Yeah. And all three of you are prone, basically. So
yeah, that's okay.
No,
I'm
that's
good.
fine.
I've got actions for that next turn.
All right, fair enough. It's at that moment then, Bunny. I need you to. No, never mind. They already took their action on that one. It's at that point then you start hearing high-powered machine gun fire at the back wall, or to the northern wall, as that Himlav starts pulling up to the wall from there. And as it starts to pull up, a Rav starts to lift raiders up over that top of the wall, and then it also starts to jump over the wall.
Ew.
Catassie yells, unsubscribe!
Muffins, it is your turn, and then Blizz, you're on deck.
Is the one that shot at me and hit me, is it still visible to me?
Yeah, it's on the wall now.
Okay. He's gonna get a fucking. I am going to fire at him with my railgun, but I am going to use my rapid reload to do it twice.
Okay.
So this is 10 d20s to roll, but I'm gonna do them in segments of 5.
I would like to say thank you for using that ability that way. I was curious because I have that same ability if I could do the same thing. So thanks, Joe.
So my lowest roll, I have a natural 20, but my lowest roll was a 12.
Okay. Anything over a 16?
Okay, so only one missed, and one's a natural 20, so we can resolve the natural 20 first.
Yep.
This is going to position 3, and it will be some amount of damage. 22 damage.
Okay.
The 36 dice.
Okay, I'm using an auto roller now, so. And this one is going to position 2. And it's 31 damage. Position 3 for 23 damage.
You said 23?
Yep. Position 2. I just keep going back and forth between these two. 14. I'm gonna roll my second set of dice because I believe that was 5. Got another natural 20. And you said 16 was the target?
Yeah.
Okay, so only 2 hit on that one. So natural 20, position 2. Okay, I'm switching dice for that roll because that's like the 5th 2 in a row, I feel like. That is 10 damage. And the last one is to position 1 for 26 damage.
Nice. Okay. It's a good amount of damage he just soaked up.
And then if I can still do it, I'm gonna hop down from my position and get on the ground.
You should be able to, yeah. Blizz, it is your turn.
Well, seeing that there's a Rov on the wall, I'm gonna probably turn and fire my grenade launcher and then jump down off the wall. 16.
I need, hold on. While you were firing that grenade launcher, Eve, I need you to roll dodge, please. Because Blizz just shot a grenade in your area.
Natural 20.
Nice.
All that time around Bunny Boy paid off.
It's because he puts things in the microwave and then forgets about them. That's where this all started.
Ah, makes sense. How much damage do you do?
4 and... Oops, wrong one. 21. 21 to 4, sorry. Should have said that better.
Okay. Okay. Eve, you duck into the cellar that's there, essentially the backyard cellar from there. Thomas, not so much. And as the grenade explodes behind you all, you just see him like scream out a little bit, like ah, and then he just kind of like falls off towards the side. And you just kind of see his hand kind of like grip the door jamb a little bit. He kind of pulls himself up like, ow, that hurt a lot, ow.
Can I pull him in?
Yes. It's Catassie's turn, and then it's your turn.
We had a Rov jump up on the wall, and some raiders are up on the wall now. Correct?
You have 3 raiders on the wall as well as a Rov, and then the Himlav is basically at the door, or at the wall on the northern side.
All right, I'm gonna take a shot at the Rov with the rifle I stole off Grifter's meat body.
Oh, okay.
Don't have proficiency for rifles. What do I roll?
You are at a -5 penalty to hit, I believe.
Well, this sucks.
Combat proficiency is important.
Hang on, I gotta find a dice that hasn't already failed me 4 times tonight.
I'm about to fire one of the dice over here because it's taking a lot.
Maybe it worked. 19.
So -5 is a 14.
Yeah. Yes, I rolled 19, so 14.
Yep. So you first time that you've ever held an NMMP rifle, and you kind of like it's fairly technological because it's an EMP weapon. It's meant to take down things like Rovs and other things like that, and you kind of like you hit it and you don't necessarily like you're expecting a kick, and then it doesn't come, and it just kind of like, and then hits the wall just below where the Rov is sitting.
Does it do any damage to the wall?
Nope. Wall's fine.
Annoying.
Eve, it's your turn.
Well, I'm gonna pull Thomas into the cellar with me
Okay.
and use my healing hand to
Okay.
take care of him.
All right. How much are you healing him for?
How do I even roll for that?
Healer's hand should be, I believe, 2d4 at the basic.
Got a 4.
4 total. Okay, cool. All right, you basically you're able to hold out your hand, and some of his puncture wounds and things like that start to like heal up a little bit, and you're able to kind of pick out and help him kind of pick out a little bit of the stuff. So
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's the end of my turn.
that is, yes, that's your action, and you use your movement to get him in. In the Rav in the west side of the building is just going to keep going. And it is going to do its best. It does not have any signs of slowing down coming at where you are at, Muffins. And then the Rav on the wall is going to take some shots at you, Muffins, because you are the biggest threat to him at the moment.
Natural 20, bitch. This dice is getting promoted.
Oh, no other natural 20s. All right.
Breed it.
What's that?
We'll breed that dice.
All right. That is the bottom of the round. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick bio break, and then we will come back at the top of the round, starting with Billy. Who knows how many more times Blizz is going to hurt somebody tonight. You're only going to have to stick around and find out right after the break. We won't be gone long. We're going to go take a little bio break, and then we'll come back. We'll try to finish this up for you tonight. All right?
Back for more spear tackles.
More spear tackles. Look, we got Blizz hurting people. We got a whole pack of C4 in the back of a stock car right now. Who the hell knows what's going to happen to that? We don't know. You're going to have to find out when you come back. All right? We'll see you in a bit. Words.
Words are good.
Words are good. All right. We're coming back at it. It's top of the round. Billy, you just Goldberg, Roman Reigns, speared 2 dudes off the back of a Hemlav, and now you're kind of on the ground, and they're also on the ground.
How far away from me are those dudes?
Not far, like maybe like a couple feet kind of thing. Like,
Okay. So I'm gonna real quick. I'm just gonna glance. Do either one of those dudes have grenades?
no, they're not right there with grenades.
What are they carrying for weapons?
They are carrying IH-91s and hand axes. Or 94s,
Now-
not 91s.
Mal didn't bring the grenades.
Oh, that'll do. Never mind. So is the Hemlav that I spear tackled him off of? Is it speeding away?
Yes.
And the back is open.
Yes.
I'm gonna put 5 shots into the crew cab area of the back of that Hemlav.
Okay.
That seems like a good plan.
I've seen it work in movies before.
Well, they're not looking at me right now, so I'm hoping their defense is low. Well, that's a D12, not a D20.
You roll that secondly.
Okay. What am I beating?
An 11.
Okay, that's 4 hits.
Nice.
Okay. Let's see. Where's my D8s? D8? D8? Where's the D8? There it is. Okay, so the first one, I don't know if it's going to hit anybody, but it's a 9, and that's 17 points of damage. Second one, also a 9. That is 16 points of damage. Third one, an 11 for location. That is 13 plus 2 is 15 points of damage. And last but certainly not least, to a location of 10, that would be 8 plus 5 is 12, 13, 15 points of damage.
Some decent damage you just soaked into it. It's looking pretty rough in the armor. But all of those shots just kind of bing, 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 off of its steel exterior.
Softening it up for whatever Buddy's got planned for it next.
I think they call that strategery.
Just taking chunks of armor out so Buddy can have a better shot at blowing it up.
Loosen the jar lid for you.
Yeah. On Caleb's turn, he's going to start climbing up the gate and positioning himself up on the tower from there. Earl is going to take a shot and miss horribly, sadly. Earl's not. I wrote Earl stronger than this. Thomas is going to write himself in there with you, Eve, and he's going to start going to the opposite end of this like storage place and start getting out the actual bottles, because what you see right in front of you right now is a lot of canning materials and stuff like that. He's going to actually go get like the whiskey bottles and the recycled kind of pieces out there for you.
Perfect.
And Bunny Boy.
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
So, a lot's happened.
A lot has happened. How you doing, buddy? Let's talk. How you doing? How you feeling?
Pretty good.
All right, cool.
After seeing Billy fly off like a jet and Goldberg 2 dudes out of the back of a Humvee.
All right.
Thing. Okay, so I'm gonna whip it around.
Okay.
Like you do.
All right.
Because there's nothing. I assume there's nothing if I continue south away from the.
Yeah, you'd be driving away from Billy, and then basically.
This is just how I depart from the game, is I just keep driving.
As synthwave music plays in the background, you're just like, fuck it, man, I'm out.
Where the hell? He took our C4 and my car. Okay, so I'm gonna whip it around. What do I see? I know that the Humvee's headed towards the base.
Yeah. So as you headed around, you've got the two guys that are on the ground still. Billy is essentially sitting on his ass still on the ground, and with his submachine gun in his hand, firing at the Hemlav as it's driving away. You see it going towards the front gate, and you see a figure climbing up to the top where the stanchion would be, where you and Billy were negotiating your way in. The Hemlav's still going straight at the front gate.
Okay, how far away is it, and how far away are Billy and the dudes from my car?
Billy and the dude's only like 20-25 feet, because you kind of hit the brakes, pull the U, and the Hemlav is only maybe about 50-60 feet because it hasn't gone yet.
Okay, I would like to try to run over one of the guys on my way to the Hemlav.
I'd like you to roll a drive check for me.
Okay. Let me see.
That's about how well they would roll, definitely.
Math is fun. 25.
Jesus. All right, you run them over.
Did you just run over the two dudes that were laying there?
You ran over one of them.
Yeah. I'm not going to take away your glory. You got a guy hand to hand. You got him. Yeah, and if possible, I would like to aim a shot with my pistol.
Oh no, your action is the run over.
Okay. All right.
You can't aim a pistol when you're running somebody over with a stock car. I don't know if you ever tried to do it before in real life, but it's hard.
Yeah, but I also don't have a +8 to driving in real life, but I'm just messing with you. Okay, well, I'm gonna prepare my gun again and start taking aim for next round.
Roll me 2d12 though, because you're running over the guy.
Oh. Uh, 7. How the fuck? Okay.
2d12 and you got 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
I waited 2.5 years for these fucking dice.
Well, at least he was already hurt because it was one of the ones that Billy speared off the back. So,
if nothing else, I'll give Billy some more time.
Yeah. The front, as you kind of run him over, you kind of push him because remember the front of the stock car is a little low. And so you're starting to bend up the front of the car a little bit, but you pushed him off to the side as well as you're driving out towards the Himlav. You will have caught up with the Himlav at the end of this turn, essentially.
Yes.
Because
okay.
If you think the turn and then the acceleration and then hitting the guy and then keeping going, you'll catch up with it at the end of this turn.
Mario Kart. Okay.
All right, the Himlav and the Northwest. For those of you up on the, is anybody up around 2 to 3 on the octagon?
I was on 2.
Okay.
I climbed down.
You climbed down.
I'm probably still in the area.
Roll me a perception check then.
8.
You notice it starting like you hear just like nothing but really loud engine, and you notice that the wall is starting to kind of like buckle from the bottom in a little bit. You suspect that they might be using the Himlav to try to like bust through the side of the wall there.
Well, that's rude.
Rude. Let's see. The Himlav that you are chasing, Peter. And I dropped that dice, so we're just gonna go with this one then. All right. As you are approaching the Himlav, its turret, I don't know if you noticed, but when Billy jumped from your car to that, it used a flamethrower to try to hit him.
Oh yeah.
It failed. As you pull up a side of it, though, it does not fail. I need you to roll a defense check for me.
Mallo's using 40k rules where flamers auto hit.
No, I rolled a natural 20.
Okay, so defense. What do I add to that?
Your drive check.
Oh, along with the modifier or just the driver straight drive?
You have to. You basically. I rolled a d20, and I rolled a natural 20. So.
Okay. Well, if it's just the dice and my drive check without the agility, then I rolled 20.
Okay. So.
No, you just don't like being on camera, huh?
So with a natural 20,
damn.
roll high or low for me.
High. I rolled a 2.
So you take, or the car itself takes. Oh god. The car takes 30 points of damage, of which there's only about 20 more left for the car. The bunny boy on the top of it is scorched. And You are fairly certain that the C4 in the back is okay, but you're not sure. It's a flamethrower after all. And then after that we have the raider that is one of the raiders that is on the wall is starting to shoot down the wall, essentially at everybody that is up there, which I believe is Catassie, Earl, Amanda. You drop down, and Blizz, you jump down, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Catassie, can you roll me a defense check, please?
That's gonna be a 3, mate.
I was honestly not thinking I was going to hit you with any of these, but I also rolled a force.
I think I need to construct additional pylons.
That's always a concern.
True. Okay, so you were Catassie. You were going to take one of the hits. You take 16 damage to your body armor. I believe you're wearing body armor.
So I now have -5 damage. What happens?
Oh, you're down 5 on the condition track?
Yeah. Because I've taken that's a lot.
So you're basically
I
minus
forced-
1 on like checks and things like that.
I hate that. Write that down on your little pad of paper there, bud.
Sounds good. I will. I'll note that. Alex,
Hard
can
to
you
do
note
things
that?
with holes in you?
Alex, can you note that for the errata for me? That -1 to hit, she hates that. Earl and them are also going to take some damage.
That's all rolls or just defense rolls or just
All
is
rolls.
Is it a damage?
Yeah.
Damage debuffs to everything.
it's my body.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody took that Mariah Carey song a little too literally.
We were trying to make combat something you tried to avoid, which this group mostly has.
Hi, yeah. As a role player, I hate combat
Exactly.
for this reason because I always
So
have a whole.
it's not the rules' fault. It's Mallo's fault for forcing us
It's
into violence.
Rule number
always-
1 of a gunfight is don't get shot.
as the person who shoots people, shut up.
That's my job, though. My job is to make sure
Not
other
on
people are
our
not
team.
following Rule 1.
I feel compelled to speak up for Titus here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
We're down a man.
All right. Blizz, it is your turn.
Since I'm down, where those raiders are they grouped in like a group that I could put a grenade in like middle of them and get them all?
They are spread out a little bit more than that. You can hit, I think, 2 of them from there.
Well, yeah. First, I want to make sure there's no friendlies in the area apart from.
There are friendlies in the area.
Well, then I guess I'll just drop the grenade launcher at my feet and pull out my pistols.
Oh my God, it's a character arc, y'all. All right, what would you like to do with your pistol?
Basically going to fire all the ones that just shot at Catassie. Both of my pistols.
Okay, so you can hit, there's 2 of them, there's 3 of them up on the wall. So you can hit 2 out of the 3 if you'd like.
Well, did I see which one actually? Do they all shoot at Catassie or just one?
1 hit Catassie, 1 hit Earl, and 1 hit Amanda.
Well, I'm aiming for the one that hit Catassie.
Okay, fair enough. Roll a defense for them.
17 and 8 plus 4?
Both of those gonna hit because I only rolled 11.
Okay. So 2. The first one is 2-4. And that's. I'm getting my dice. 11 plus 4 for the first damage.
Okay.
And then the second 1, 2, 3. That's 40. $16, 21, 22.
Okay, so you essentially, so these guys drop down from getting on the wall. They all take pot shots at everybody else on the wall, and you essentially into the dirt drop a grenade launcher and dual pistol out. The first shot takes out the guy's body armor because he was already hurt from muffins, and the second one just goes straight through his chest.
How far is Catassie from me?
She is up the wall and a little bit behind you, probably about 10, 20
Okay.
feet.
So my plan wasn't going to work. Okay, so I will probably move towards some cover to get some cover so I don't get shot.
Okay, fair enough. You can go, all right, so you can go one of two ways. You can go, there is a farm, like basically a residential house closer to you. There is, you can go towards where even them were just going into, where the shed.
Which one is closer to where I am now so I can, if I need to, run back out and get my grenade launcher quick? So I'm leaving it in the dirt for right now.
Okay, it would be the house that's in front of you.
So, the house.
Okay. Muffins, it's your turn.
So the Rob that's up on the wall.
Yep.
That I've been dueling with.
Yep.
Is there a way in my current position to get out of line of sight of the other Rob while still engaging that one?
As far as you know, you can't see the other Rav.
Oh, I thought it shot at me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was on the back of the Himlav that was west.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna just take some shots at this same one with my 20 millimeter now.
Okay.
So I have an 18 and an 18.
I also rolled an 18. Roll damage.
Damage.
Damash. I can tell you now, if you hit to the body, it's not looking good for him.
Well, that's 60 damage to 4, so that's the body.
That's the body. Okay. Yeah.
And oh man, the dice is hard to read. 40 to the head.
Okay. So the head, your head, it just snaps back. And then as it starts to like come back up, you just put one directly through the chest where you've already been destroying the armor, and it falls prone in front of you. And it's a very large hole, I believe, because you just hit him with the 20 mil.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use my movement this turn to get closer to him.
Remind me, ballistics experts in this group, how much farther would a 20 millimeter go when it goes through a little bit of
Flesh?
Well, it goes through a little bit of metal to finish off a ROV. It goes through the black box, basically.
Oh, probably at least another 1,000 feet.
It's big ground.
Blizz, I need you to roll I need you to roll dodge for me.
19. Do I have anything to agility? Plus 3 if I had agility.
What did
Yes,
you
you
roll
had
initially?
agility.
You rolled the 18?
19, yeah. 18 plus 3, sorry.
All right. So as you get towards this house, you just see a bullet go, and it's flashbacks to Texas all over again.
Oh yeah. By the way, is Blizz wearing a helmet? That's good, because if he wasn't, he couldn't hear anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, Liz can barely hear as is, so.
No,
I
like
think-
he literally, like legit would not hear anymore. That
I thought you were making a call back to the time I accidentally hit him with a ricochet from my Gauss rifle in the head.
no. The problem is those rounds travel far faster than the speed of sound, leaving a little mini sonic boom with them.
Uh-huh. All right.
It's loud.
I'm just gonna assume that was Grifter. And chalk it up.
Why would you assume that?
I'm chalking it up to him being mad about something, like I did. I don't know, maybe I shit in his black box or something.
I need muffins. I need Catassie, and I need Amanda and Earl will also have to do that. I need you all to make dodge rolls, please. Oh, Andy's
14.
16.
Oh, you actually dodged that time, Catassie.
Yeah, it probably went through the hole in the middle of me. Ta-da!
Your armor's broken, not all of you. Jeez.
No, there's a giant hole in the middle of me. It's canon.
Are you the big bad from World of Warcraft right now? Because he's got a big hole in the middle of him too. So a mortar comes down from the same Rob that has been shooting, and it lands on the top of the wall, and you see Earl and Amanda get flung off and falling back off the wall. As you kind of like pull down and do one of these things, Catassie, and it doesn't hit you, but you see the two of them come flying off about 10 feet and just land on their backs on the ground.
Y'all all right?
They
Better
don't
be sore in
respond
the
right
mortar.
away.
Guess that's a no.
Take some ibuprofen and walk it off.
Catassie, it is your turn. Eve, you are on deck.
Well, I'm gonna try and take another rifle shot at that. What's his face? Roth.
You want to go the Roth? Okay.
So it's -6,
Yes.
12.
You hit. I rolled like butts on that one.
Ta-da!
You did it.
Good job, buddy. Me at me. Okay,
Wait, I'm sorry.
spread-
Who are you firing at? Because the Rob is dead.
So what just threw what's her face and who's his nuts?
So the other Rob that you were shooting at is in the back of an MLAV. Not on the
Okay.
wall with you. You shooting at that one?
Can I see that one?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. Just
Sorry.
checking.
that's the Rob I meant.
Okay.
That's. Hang on, I gotta look up damage for that.
Well, and it's damage. So with the EMP, it's a little different because you're rolling
how?
not against his. You're rolling against the EMP ability from there.
I'm gonna need a scotch of context, bud.
So with the EMP, you're going to roll 5d6, and what you were essentially going to try to do is with the EMP, every ROV is shielded with an EMP rating. Every drone, everything that has an electrical signal. When you roll 5d6, if you get over the EMP, then it basically disables the ROV. So you don't have to worry about armor, you don't have to worry about hit points, anything like that.
Okay, so hang on, this is the math part that I don't like about the click clacks.
Math rock.
Basically,
20.
Ooh.
Empire Strikes Back when they shoot with the giant boob nipple gun and disable the Star Destroyer. That's what you're trying to do.
Okay. It hangs on in the back of the car. But it is not operable for this next round, because essentially you did a heckin' shot to it, and nearly disabled it completely. So while it didn't fall out of the back of the Rov, it pulls itself back in, but it is like almost in like, imagine a Rov in like a fetal position. That's what it is.
Bad bro, booted down.
Yep. And
Don't
actually,
tease me, bro.
let me
Power
double check.
down noises.
Actually, let me double check, because I might have just told you the wrong thing on that one. Nope, that was right. Okay, cool. So yeah, so you hit it, and you hit it square. Like, you're surprised yourself that you hit it. And you hit it kind of like thorax kind of side on a human. And it falls kind of into the truck as it's coming along.
Bonus action to go. Yeah.
Eve, what would you like to do?
Last I know, Thomas was pulling down bottles and I was about to make some Molotov cocktails, and I'm going to ask you, GM, would I be able to find some rock salt and laundry detergent in the cellar as well?
Oh,
You've been researching chemical warfare while you've been waiting, haven't you?
I don't know what we're talking about. And maybe also some loose vegetables and or any other debris that might fly out. Listen, I was a 13-year-old on Bomb Shock forums. I used to talk about the Anarchist cookbook. Let's go.
I mean,
Oh, not coffee cans.
we're already on a list at this point anyway, so might as well just lean into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Wild is officially on the Apocalypse team, though. I am calling her now.
Yeah.
Pete, you can come too.
Roll me an investigation check. And Thomas is going to help you. So roll with advantage. And don't forget you also have rerolls. So you can use everything at this point.
I did just get a natural 20, so I don't think that I need to roll any higher.
No, I think you're okay. In fairness, Thomas rolled a 19 to help you. So basically what we're going to say is, so bottles, check. Obviously you know where the alcohol is. That's the hardest part on the outside. Laundry detergent and things like that. Different house. But what he's got is like that, like dish solvent and stuff like that back behind you, back at the bar to like clean stuff. Will that work?
Should, as long as it has borax in it.
Yeah, actually to clean sinks and stuff like that, it probably would. Yeah, that's like the heavy shit.
That might also have ammonium in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not gonna say no.
Oh no.
So here's what I want you to do. I need you to roll a science check. Let's see how good these things come up. And here's the thing. You're not going to blow up unless you roll a 1. If you roll a 1, then we got a problem.
You got rerolls?
You got rerolls. Would you like to use a reroll? You rolled a natural... Pete, can you confirm? Did she roll a natural 20 for real?
Yeah, Theodora Kaczynski over here. Oh my god.
So now I'm suddenly afraid.
Me too.
Of me? Little old me?
So, all right.
Good.
I would like to have a conversation with you for a second, Alex, because we can't just give her the normal Molotov cocktail damage.
No,
point.
I know what she's doing.
Yeah, I think.
So hang on, I'm going to the book.
It's page 114. Let's look at the menu of what she just made.
I would say that this is going to be somewhere between the pipe bomb and the dynamite.
That's what I was thinking too.
So I mean, I would either go 40-12 is 4 to 48, 5d10 is 5 to 50. I mean, 4d12 or 5d8, or sorry, 5d10 is probably somewhere in the realm per unit that she's able to create.
What would you like?
Now, you had multiple bottles, so I don't know how many units you created.
I'm gonna roll a d8 and find out how many she created.
And
I know I'm attempting to make as many as possible, so.
You were able to make 7 this turn.
Oh dear God! And those are probably going to have somewhere around a 30-foot radius.
So be careful.
Factory.
Can you remind me what dice I'm rolling then for damage?
5d10. So you didn't quite make perfect dynamite, but it's damn close. Let's put it that way.
She's going to save one of those for when we go back to deal with the guy who's fucking with Felipe.
Stick it up his butt.
I mean,
look, it took you 3 turns and most of the night to get to this, but you have now made a heckin' weapon, girl. That's all I'm saying. Billy, it's your turn, bud.
well, I think Bunny's, he's chasing that guy down. So the guy who's closest to me, who's laying on the ground, I'm just going to step on his back and put 5 rounds into the top of his back between his shoulder blades.
Do you want to... Are you hitting the one...
Whoever's closest.
Well, so the one that's closest...
Over.
Yeah, I was going to say, the one that's closest is not the one that got run over. So,
the one that didn't get run over, I'm just going to shoot him, I'm going to literally 1 foot from his back, just...
Well, I'm going to need you to just go ahead and roll some damage, because there's no way... I mean, did you gun jam at all?
Did my gun jam at all? I'll let you know.
Okay, because otherwise you're not gonna miss.
I've missed that shot in D&D before.
Me too.
No, I did not jam on any weapons.
Okay,
so
we're just gonna, for the sake of this, say he's dead.
Speed? Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't have a lot of health left.
So Bunny ran over the one guy. This guy now has 5 bullets in his torso.
Yep. He didn't have a whole lot of damage left in that one either.
After I do that, I cock the weapon over my back like this and just kind of start strolling forward.
Okay.
Then I'll run next turn.
Okay.
Alex, I'm sending you some music for that very moment.
Pat, you have to know, anytime Pete sends me music, sometimes it gets a little scary.
Yeah. Let's see if the Hemlive in... No, wait, I'm sorry. That's not their turn yet. Bunny Boy, it's your turn before them.
Get him.
Okay, 1 second. I'm sending Alex this because it's fresh on my mind. There's a timestamp. Make sure you click that link. Okay. So I'm like eye to eye with the Humvat, or whatever you called it.
Yes, you are.
The ham bow. It's a big ham bow. All right, so, and it's just the one guy.
There's a driver, yeah, and then there's the driver has an auto, like a turret that it can fire.
What?
Yeah, it's an automated turret.
What?
That's what burned you last round.
Oh, right. Okay, I thought you were talking about a gun that he also can just be like, "Hey, gun, fire," and it shoots at me or something.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
but it's on the, he can control it within the cab.
That it makes more sense now that I remember that it's a flame instead of bullets, because that would be anyway. So how far are we away from the place?
You're about less than 100 feet from the gate.
Okay, so what I want to do is, he's 10 feet away from me.
Roughly, you guys are because your speed is much faster than his.
Okay.
Even on the weird dirt that you're in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Alrighty then. So what I want to do is I want to aim and shoot at his head again. His neck. Is his neck exposed?
You can hit the head. I don't think you can hit the neck.
Okay. Let's try the head again.
Okay.
I'm determined to explode that thing.
Okay.
And save the C4 for someone else.
Okay.
It's a natural 20.
Oh, well, I rolled a 15, so.
Okay, sweet. Also, I'm sorry about your luck.
That's fine. This is a target-rich environment right now.
10.
Oh, 10 damage? Okay.
Yeah. Stupid pistol. Barely throw me your SMGs.
Well, let's see what
Okay.
happens here. That's cocked. I'm not going to count that. Nope.
I should also mention the bullet is a dark wave generator and it hits his helmet and it implodes. So, yeah, plot twist.
He's pulling plot armor over here. So yeah, you hit him, and it hits off of, it hits through the helmet, and he starts to kind of drift a little bit off to the left. You feel like he's still kind of hanging on, but you did some, like, you broke through his helmet, and then he's
Okay.
also taking a lot of. That's not too bad. He's -1 to everything. Okay.
So does he have a hole in his head, or you said it went through the helmet? So he's got a bullet in his skull.
Yeah, but you don't know how far it penetrated or anything like that. Like, he seems to keep to still be at least in control of the armored van.
Okay. Well, all right then.
Sorry, buddy. If you'd have done like 5 more, he would have taken like -3 to everything, and
That's okay. He's disoriented. That works.
yeah. All right. Speaking of which, okay. So he is going to keep going. The Hemlav on the northwest wall is starting to push through a seam in the wall. Muffins, you're starting to notice that on the back side of it. Caleb is starting to. So, one guy jumps up and he's got like spikes on his armor. And he jumps up at the top and starts to come down with an axe on Caleb. And he rolls. Okay. So he comes up as he jumps off of the Hemlav, jumps up onto where Caleb is, comes down and gets him right into the shoulder blade on Caleb. And you hear Caleb scream out in pain. At that moment, then it is Muffins' turn.
Alright, so I got him live outside the wall near me trying to bust through.
Yep.
Can I see, from my position, can I see that Caleb just got chopped?
He would be behind you a couple 100 feet, basically.
Okay, so not something I can deal with at the moment.
Your
How
gun
tall
goes
is the wall?
15 miles.
Maybe. Yeah. Look,
There's also several
party-
raiders in front of you, so, you know, if you still want to do that.
this party has gotten pissed at me when I hit friendlies before, so I don't feel confident enough in how to shoot. So if Caleb dies, ultimately it's their fault for ruining my confidence. How tall is this wall next to me?
It's about 20 feet. About 20, 25 feet-ish.
Okay, so is that something I could conceivably climb very effectively in one round?
No, you're not Billy, who, like, you have the problem of weight, whereas Billy does not. Billy is a human with superhuman strength, basically, at that point.
So I'm going to then move towards the bandits that I do see.
Okay.
I'm trying to get away from the wall so that way if I do manage to punch through, I'm not going to get sandwiched.
Okay. Fair enough.
And I'm going to take some shots at the bandits that are in front of me
Okay.
with my minigun of doom.
Are you going to hit both of them, or are you shooting for one, or...
Well, I got five shots, so it'll just split it 3 and 2, I guess,
Okay.
between two of them.
Ugh. All right. Well, the one that you're putting 3 in, you have to beat a 2, and the one that you're putting 2 in, you have to beat a 19.
Okay. So the one I hit 3 in is a 2.
Yeah, you gotta beat a 2.
Good, because I got some really shit rolls on that one. But my lowest one was a 2 before my modifier, so
Fair enough.
I got three hits on him. It's been a while since I used this. What's my damage on that? 3d10.
Blizz, you are on deck.
So we got 18 to position 9. $16 to 10. Ooh, that one was bad. 11 to 7. That's it for the 3 guy.
Mm-hmm.
For the 2 guy, I got a natural 20. So I'll do that one first.
Rip.
17 to 11. And for the non-natural 20, we got $14 to 4.
What'd you say was your natural 20? I'm sorry.
The damage, or where it went?
Yeah, damage, and you said it was a 211, so it was right leg.
I think it was 16 damage. I can't remember.
Wait.
I can re-roll it if you want me to.
No, it's fine. Okay, let's see what happens to him. Not great. So the natural 20 to that guy, you damn near blow his leg off, and he falls to the ground. You don't know if he's in shock or not, but he's not feeling great. Let's put it that way.
Well, there goes his chances at the dance recital.
Blizz, it's your turn.
Well, when Blizz gets into the house, he probably going to start freaking out that he left something that he's still paying on in the middle of a combat zone. And holster one of his guns and sprint back out there and try to pick it back up and then try to get the cover again.
Okay. You can get out and get to it. You can't get back to cover this turn.
That's fine.
Unless you want to take, do you want to take an action or no action?
Can I, as I'm running up there, can I like take a couple pot shots at the raider that's still there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna do that.
Okay.
And that's my pit bull.
Are you taking the one that's on the ground or the one that's not on the ground?
Standing up.
Okay.
15 plus 4.
That beats my
20.
13.
Okay. And that one is 3. Two, number 12. 20.
Jeez. All right. Well, he has no armor left on that spot. Sadly. Catassie, it is your turn. Eve, you are up next.
So the one Rob is dead, and the other one, how long is he powered down for? I assume that's temporary.
You have no idea how EMP weapons work. You just know that you hit him square, and you haven't seen him stand up.
Okay.
Hit him again.
Yeah, I think I want to hit him again.
Okay.
He can't dodge. He's on the ground.
No, he's in a truck. He's not on the ground.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 2 because of his modifier, because, you know, that whole incapacitated thing.
Now who likes the modifiers, Catassie?
Listen,
It
like
works both
everything-
ways.
I like it when it benefits me.
It works both ways. Roll more than 5.
Why is it always the math? 19.
19 damage? Yeah,
Because it's 5d6, right? Still.
correct.
You're pretty close to frying everything but the black box.
So if he's in the truck, does any, like, A, how much does that do? Is he dead? What's the sitch?
As this hits it, you see sparks start to fly a little bit from around it, and you see it just kind of back a little bit in the truck. And it's sort of like propped up, like it's got its head like kind of scrunched like this against the back tailgate.
Okay, so when I see that over Quancom, I'm gonna go, you see that, Muffins? Watch your shit.
Feels so called out right now.
All right, Eve. I want to see what transpires with this.
Okay, so I have a very important question for either Thomas or GM. These shelters that these people are in, are they like proofed for gas? Because I'm assuming they're like nuclear bunkers, so they would be able to withstand something akin to fallout, but I don't want to make that giant assumption before I just throw this shit.
It's like an upgraded, basically like tornado bunker, essentially.
So what you're saying is I want to throw these inside of the vehicles.
I mean, that can always be fun, yes.
Perfect. Where's the closest one?
Well, there's one trying to break through the wall. It's using a battering ram to try to get through the wall. And that's actually not far from you at the moment, because where you are at, which is sort of the center towards the northern side, that's where that particular one is trying to bust through the wall, essentially. The other one is pulling up to the west side of the other one is pulling up to the west side of the settlement, and the last one is going for the gate, which is on the south side.
Okay. I'm gonna call out over the quadcom, and I'm just gonna let everybody know to put on some kind of mask or bandana and make sure everybody around them also has something like that available, just in case.
Can someone do that for my meat body? I'm currently doing something.
How big of a cloud for 30 feet, though, is the explosion?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't know what that means spatially, though.
Well,
Okay.
I should be good because my body's inside one of the house they took us into originally. So, don't throw it into a house.
Okay, here's my plan. Just tell me if this is gonna hurt anybody. I want to get up onto the wall and drop one of these bombs right onto or into somehow this car with the battering ram, just to make sure that it still affects them. And I'm assuming that the wall is going to at least take a little bit of that explosive damage and muffle it from hitting the settlement, but also make it so that like the gas is more so like pushed out that way because of the blast.
Well, yeah, I mean, and then if you factor in like wind and stuff like that, I still have to get up and over at first.
The aerodynamics, yeah.
Right, and so
everybody blow really, really quickly away from the wall.
all right, so here's what I want you to do. You can use your movement to get to the wall and up the wall. I need you to actually roll me the attack with the explosive.
Got a 16.
I got a 5.
Nice.
Because he can't really, like, he's kind of moving through, it's not like he can like dodge. It's not how that works.
So that's 5d10, right?
5d10. And actually, here's a real question. And what would you say you rolled a 16?
For my attack, yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna be able to get out in time.
Good, because I rolled a 27 combined.
Ooh, and then we have poison damage on top of that.
How do I factor in that poison damage? Just for notes.
Well, if they are essentially if they are working through some of that stuff, they take between 2 and 4 HP, not armor, HP per round that they're in the cloud, because it's not good times.
Nope.
So
when this hits,
uh-huh.
I'm gonna shout, and I'm gonna call over the podcom and just be like, "Hey guys, I got some new toys. If anybody needs one to neutralize these vehicles, let me know."
I feel really bad for the guy that took Felipe hostage.
I might stuff one down his throat too, just to be safe.
We see who's turned murder hobo in this one.
Don't mess with my people. That's always been a very simple. You don't mess with my people in game, you don't mess with my people out of game. That's just how it works.
So in this particular one, you drop it and it lands on the seat next to the guy with that. And from inside the vehicle, you see just like all of the armor and everything like that flex out a bit. And in some places it just like permanently flexes out. And then there's this cloud that starts getting bigger and bigger. And yeah, white phosphorus is very unpleasant. Yeah, it is coming towards you. Just FYI.
Everybody get their fans out, please.
I love this. There's this firefight and madness going on. She just unleashes this smoke that quietly is billowing out, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!" and just like scattering.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the course, honestly.
Okay, Billy, the raider that was run over, is going to try to take a couple of shots at you. 3 to be precise.
I will like dodge and combat roll toward him. He's gonna die next.
Okay, well, so I have good news and I have bad news.
Go for it.
The good news is his last shot, the gun's gonna jam right as you get to him.
The bad news is the first one was a natural 20.
The first one was a natural 20. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, really, the only issue here is if you roll 1 for location, I mean, then Billy's going the way of Titus. There's just nothing to do about it.
Well, let's see what happens. I'm going to use the one that I rolled the 1 on.
Now, if you don't,
no,
I have a healer's hand. I can fix myself. I'm fine.
Yeah. All right. So let's roll the damage for that one. No, I did not roll a 1 for the location. I rolled 5, so it's to your body.
Okay.
So cool. 16 damage to your body directly.
That's painful.
Yep.
This guy's gonna die.
And then you are taking another.
How many shots did he fire?
3.
Oh, well, what did he get for the second one? We had a 20, a 1, and I had a defense roll in there.
Yeah, what'd you roll for defense?
16.
Yeah, you rolled a 17 on the second one.
Ah.
Yeah. This one's just your armor, though. It's 21 to your left leg. No, I'm sorry, left arm. Left arm. Sorry.
Okay.
So he actually got to do something this time. That raider is now running. So Eve, as you drop the phosphorus in there, you see 2 other people jump out of the back of this car and just start running in opposite directions along the wall.
Can I shoot at them?
Next turn you can, yes.
Wonderful.
Blizz. The raiders that are out there engaged with Muffins, one is going to take a shot at you, the other one is going to take a shot at Muffins.
Okay.
I rolled a 14, a 16, or a 14, a 17, and an 18.
Well, I rolled an 18.
Oh, wow. All right, so one's going to hit. You take 20 points of damage to your left leg. Muffin.
20 points?
Yep, 20 points. What'd you roll for defense?
Natural 20.
All right,
This
well,
dice right here is getting promoted.
promoted. All right, Billy. You combat rolled to somebody.
Okay, so that guy,
Yep.
going off the person that Joe sent earlier, I'm going to use my rapid reload ability to take an additional attack action and put 10 bullets into this guy.
Jesus Christ. Boy.
Starting to feel like 40k up in here rolling handfuls of dice.
Right?
And it's DACA time.
It is DACA time.
Hey, on the final one, my gun jammed.
Okay.
I'll clear that next turn. What
How
was
many,
his
how many
defense
beat?
roll?
How many beat a 7?
Oh,
Actually, how many beat a 5? Because he's at a disadvantage.
even with the penalties, he got shot 6 times. And he's already been run over, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's about to have a bad time.
I would say he's already had a bad time. People typically don't get run over and have good times.
I
Bunny,
like
you're
that he got spear tackled out of a car and immediately run over by.
All right,
Bunny, you're on
so
deck, by the way.
For his first shot, he takes 7 damage to the 2. He
Oof.
takes 10 damage to 3. So that's both those to the chest.
Yep.
Up. And now he takes another 8 damage to the chest. And then he takes another 15, 17 damage to the right arm. Second to last shot, he takes another 8 damage to the chest. And last shot, he takes 15, 18 damage to the right leg. Is he still alive?
This is some GTA shit, but I honestly don't know if it's GTA or Far Cry.
Well, he's unconscious. Let's put it that way. You did not do enough damage to fully kill him, but he is unconscious because he has failed his death check after taking that much damage to his body.
He'll bleed out. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like once you take that much damage in the desert, you're not really gonna get up and be like, "I'm gonna get you." You're probably gonna wake up and be like, "Fucking glad I'm
Wake
alive."
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
There's
wake
no
up.
hospitals near here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only person that could heal him is literally the one that just filled him with bullets. So, Bunny Boy, it's your go, sir.
Hello. All right. So am I still driving neck and neck with Woozy Man? Sleepy boy.
You actually could go faster than he can.
Monsieur Headache. Okay.
Monster Headache, yes. Yes, you have gone
Okay.
faster than Monster Headache.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to keep pace with him.
Okay.
And I want to look through the window again and just pop in the head.
All right, roll for
And
me.
that's okay. And if I hit, this is my truck now, Goat Man. It would be a 19.
Yeah, he's at a penalty. I also rolled a 19, but he's at a penalty, so you hit.
Yes. Okay. That's a 9 damage.
Wow.
Head explosion.
He's concussed, but he is
This
still
fucking
alive.
guy. Can I take a bonus action and ram his ass like just hit him with the car?
Well, the car starts to list way more to the left because he's concussed. So.
Okay, I'll leave it be.
Yeah. He's still alive, but he is not having a good day.
I'm gonna assume that he's not gonna be able to figure out what direction to drive in to even be a part of this. So I'm gonna head off.
Okay.
Towards something else.
All right. The northwest, the Himlob in the northwest is going to attempt to pull out of this and drive away from the cloud. So it just immediately backs up out of the cloud. The raid leader on the south wall is going to take a shot at that. Nope, you missed. Muffins, your turn, sir.
So of the two that I engaged last round, one's down, and the other is still up. Correct?
Both of them. One's on the ground, and one is still up.
So is the one that's still up within 72 feet of me?
He's like within like 20 feet of you.
So I'm gonna do my best Rov sprint and just haul off and Rov boot him in the nuts.
Okay.
I am not holding back anything on this one.
So we got past spear tackling, and now we're at nut shots.
How does the 17 do you?
Pretty good, because he rolled an 8.
What would be the damage on that?
I thought we came up with 2d8 for Ruff, right?
2d8.
Hand-to-hand combat, I believe.
Sounds about right. Plus the strength bonus.
Plus the strength bonus, yes.
No good. My strength's +4, so that'll help. I have seemed to have lost one of my 1d8, so I'm going to roll twice.
And where are you hitting him from? Oh, I'm sorry. It's 2d12. Plus your strength
2d12?
bonus. Yeah. If you're kneeing him, it's 2d8. It's 2d12 if you're just running up and kicking him. And where are you hitting this person?
That is 14. I'm going to try to kick him straight in the nuts. Can I do a called shot on a nut kick?
Yeah, yes.
Hit the one that dangles lower. Hit the one that dangles lower.
Like, I'm doing my very best to forcibly push, like, prepubescent him and push those right back up in there.
Uh-huh.
Like, if they're not orbiting his intestines after this, I'm a little disappointed.
How much damage did you do?
14.
14. Okay.
14 to the gonads.
So you like kick him and he flies back about 5 feet and does a tumble on the ground. And his back is turned to you currently. Blizz, it is your turn. Catassie, you are up next. And then Eve.
Which one was the guy that shot me?
Well, he's the one on the ground without a leg.
Okay. Well, I'm going to, because I want to use this phrase, sheathe my grenade launcher. I just want to use that phrase.
All right, fair enough.
Pull out my pistols and shoot the guy that was shooting me.
Okay. He's on the ground, so don't jam.
A natural 20 for the PL50 and a 7+4 for the other one.
Okay, where does the natural 20 go? Because that determines how quickly he dies.
3.
Oh, he's dead. There is no amount of damage that you can do unless you roll a 1, which I don't think is possible on that. He expires in a very bloody scene, unfortunately, for him.
But then Blizz is probably going to look around to see what's next.
Well, you see Eve on top of the wall holding bottles in her hands. You see what I imagine is Catassie like holding up a rifle above her head like a Tusken Raider going, yeah! You see Caleb behind you. You see Caleb and some guy with spiked armor fighting at the gate. And you see a slight hole in the wall past Muffins on the other side.
No, I'm going to work my way toward the spiked armor guy.
Okay. Catassie, what do you do?
Who is there? Anybody still left up that I can see?
You can do. Actually, you can hit the guy. You can hit the guy that Caleb is fighting. If you get back on the wall, you can hit any of the ones running away from Eve's amazing cloud.
I guess I'll hit one of the guys Caleb's fighting.
Okay. Are you attacking with something besides the EMP, right?
I'm using my damn pistol this time.
All right.
Because I assume they're close enough for me to do that.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you could hit him with that.
Or I guess my plasma cartridge revolver, I should say. All right. So I don't have to take the -5 because I have
Correct.
proficiency. 12.
He rolled a 10. Oof. Yeah, he rolled a 10.
Okay.
Roll some heckin' damage for me, please.
Hold, please. I don't know where my D8s are.
Eve, while she is rolling damage, what would you like to do?
Where's the other closest car?
Barring with Bunny, isn't it?
Well, no, she went to the northwest one.
Wait, those guys were running away and I wanted to shoot them.
There
so
you go.
I'm going to shoot at them. And
Okay.
I'm going to use my battle rifle and I'm going to shoot at one of them and then I'm going to try and shoot at the other one. Like,
Okay.
pat, pat, and try and shoot them right in the knees. Actually, no. Yeah, in the knees so they can't continue running because if I shot them in the butt, they'd probably still be able to run.
Called
But they're
shots in the
adventuring
knees.
days.
Okay, well, roll for those. I can tell you now I didn't roll very high. Catassie, what did you get on damage? Okay.
All the damage.
All the damage, everything.
13.
13. Okay.
Can I use a reroll for one of them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Cool. So I got a 17, and then with my reroll, I got a 19.
Strong play. Okay, so it's called shots. So roll me damage for one and then roll me damage for the other one. While she's doing that, Catassie, when you turn and shoot the guy on the wall, Caleb and him are kind of locked in a grapple, right? Because he was hitting him with an axe. When you hit him in the shoulder. And Caleb, as this guy, it kind of puts him just a second off guard. And Caleb just basically shoves him back off the wall onto the other side.
Good.
What kind of weirdos carry axes?
Raiders in Colorado-ish area, apparently.
I mean, I can kind of confirm that would be Kanan coming from that area myself, so...
There
I
you go.
never need to climb a tree to get away from a bear suddenly. An axe is very helpful.
Also true.
You know, I grew up in places where bears don't live, and I believe that we should all stay away from where the bears have habitats.
That's a load of
Bears
bullshit
live
because I was
right
driving
there.
down the street and found a black bear the other week. So, and he was just right there being like, "What up? How you doing?"
That's because we have
Yeah.
invaded their territory.
The whole
Yes, we
fucking
have.
planet's their territory. They got him in the hot place. They got him in the cold place. They got him in the forest place. They got him in the plains place.
Could be worse.
they should
It could be polar bears. and then we'd
Or
really
space
have a
bears.
problem.
Or space
Or we have
bears,
Space bears.
Can we let them loose in Congress?
Yes.
Well,
possibly.
And now we're on another list.
I have a
Forward.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, so I'm using a rolling app and it counted the zeros as a 10.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it's done.
Okay, cool. So my first roll was a 28.
Dude, Jesus.
And now he has no leg.
Well, he had armor.
Hi, Loki.
What was your second roll?
A 13.
Oh, that's not too bad. Now he has no leg. So you just kind of go crack, crack, and the first one just like you see them both kind of fall to the ground because of sheer inertia. And they're not having a good time. They also did not get very far away from the cloud because you did that.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Top of the round. Billy, you are in Pete had to walk away. So Billy, I need you to give me a perception check, please.
Okay. That would be a 15 plus 1. 16.
Okay. As you are finishing off the guy that you basically stepped on, as you kind of look to the north, you see another caravan coming towards you all.
That's annoying. But they may not be bad guys. I mean, they legit could just be a caravan. So
They're coming fast.
I don't have any way of communicating with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
So for right now, I'm just going to use my healer's hand
Okay.
twice to heal myself.
All right.
And I have healer's touch as a talent.
Which means all yours should be pretty well maxed,
D8.
right?
Yep,
Yep.
D8 plus my level. So I get a crappy roll.
Yep.
So 7 plus 6 is 13 damage back to my chest,
Nice.
which is still better than nothing. Which means I'm not bleeding anymore and I'm back in the flesh wound territory.
Yep.
But I still didn't heal myself completely. And then I start to run toward the compound.
Okay. Bunny, can I get you to roll me a perception check, please, as well?
Yes, sir. Natural 20.
Okay. As you start to see Billy start to run back towards the compound, you just kind of glance off in his direction, and you see another group of 5 vehicles coming in a V pattern towards you all. And they seem to be coming very quickly. They don't look like, with a natural 20, they don't look like your typical raiders, per se. They don't necessarily fly any flags or anything like that. They look to be a little bit less armored than the ones that you are fighting currently. And they are coming up on you guys quickly.
Fortunately, Eve made a bunch of those explosives, so if they're bad guys, they'll just die quickly.
Yeah. Bring them on. Let's go. I'm gonna explode them.
What would you like to do, sir?
Wow. I'd like to mention it over the Quancom. Hey guys, there's 5 vehicles coming at us in a V formation. They're a little less armored, but they're very quick. And then I will start driving towards them.
Okay. What's that, Billy?
It occurs to Billy, they said they had allies in this area, that preacher man guy. And Billy goes, can't really tell anybody about this, but I wonder if they're fucking good guys. and Billy starts, as Billy's running.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's soft music playing as Bunny Boy looks back at the C4 in the car and is like, okay, and heads towards those cars.
Oh, I forgot about that.
All right. So you have a choice to make. You have choices to make then. Because you will catch them on this turn, and you could have an action.
I mean, I want to catch them, but not like I'm gonna see what they do when I catch them and like kind of go up on near them. Cause I mean, I'm in a stock car. It's not like it's armored.
No, it's set for race.
Yeah, it's clearly not something that should be threatening.
Yeah. Do you hail them or anything like that as you get close to them, or what? Do you drive menacingly, or?
I'm gonna, as I get close to them, I'm just gonna wave out the window.
As you get closer to them and you wave out the window, a man, a dark-skinned man with dark gray dreadlocks, leans out from behind a buggy, and he's wearing a full piece of body armor that is black and smooth there, with just a little bit of white at the top. And he waves back doing one of these things like this, and he's got a gold pistol in his hands as he's doing this. He's not waving it at you.
Wow.
He's kind of doing one of these things. He's mimicking whatever you're waving back at him.
Okay. Well, in that case, this must be the preacher man. I like his style. I'm gonna like wave him as in like, let's go to the fortress, like that.
So he drives, just blows right past you.
Sweet.
And they come up and start spreading out as they get closer to it. And the preacher man leans out of the window again as they get closer to one of the raiders, and you see them sort of just kind of like sweep through a little bit of the battlefield in a way. One of the guys leans out. He's got a machete. They go through the cloud, kind of, and hits one of the raiders in the back with a machete and guns him down. The preacher man basically pulls out and aims through the truck of the one that Eve blew up and poisoned is the best way to put it. And when he takes a shot, it sounds like a sniper rifle going off in his hand. And Bunny, you look back in what little bit of rearview mirror you have, and you just see the side of the truck, and out from the back of it, you see where there was a head a couple of seconds ago, and now there's not a head anymore. And Billy, as you're running towards it, and you look off to the side when that loud crack that happens, you see more and more of the remnants and leftovers sitting there. And as you are running, as you get towards the gate, and there's just a guy with spiked armor laying on his back, pretty much at your feet.
Oh, so those are probably good guys. Well, that's handy. I already got shot once today. I fixed myself, but still.
Over the Quancom. They're the good guys, and they're cutting off heads.
I mean, we're the good guys, and I just exploded somebody. What are you trying to say, Bunny?
And I kicked a guy in the nuts.
Yay, nut kicking!
Hating on them. I'm telling you guys that they're good guys. Damn.
Billy, what do you want to do, or what does anybody else want to do?
I mean, are we still in combat? Is there anybody bad left alive?
Well, there's a guy in front of you at your feet. He's still very much alive.
Oh, he's one of the bad guys, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I put 5 bullets in his back.
Okay. You don't even
He's
have
laying
to
at my
roll.
feet, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to flip him over for that. So if you just want to just put him in the front or in the face or
That's
anything,
fine.
you're good too. All right.
That's fine. You want me to roll damage, or
No, I'm
you
just gonna
wanna
write it down in the notes that Billy can't take a prisoner. Apparently, got it. So
I'm gonna go. Oh,
what's that?
I was gonna say I was gonna go check on the one that I called that reminded me of her mom. I'm gonna go check on her and the guy with the big gun, the
Yeah.
rifle.
I am gonna go lay claim to the Rav I killed for salvage rights.
After a short while, the rest of the battle kind of dies down. The smoke cloud that Eve put out there eventually dissipates enough. And they open up the front gates for these 5 vehicles to kind of come in. And Earl and Amanda, who were thrown from the top of the wall, are stretchered off to basically the doctors in there. And the preacher man kind of comes up and is looking at Caleb and Thomas and goes, we'll look at him and, we'll get him to feeling a little bit better, but is everybody else okay? And Caleb and Thomas just kind of point around and, you all have, Catassie has several bullet wounds in her. Billy has a few bullet wounds still left in him.
No, I had 1 bullet wound and I fixed it.
You still have a flesh wound. You still have the mark of it right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've got that.
It's merely a flesh wound.
It's merely a flesh wound.
Exactly.
Caleb comes over to you, Bunny, as you're pulling the car back in, and pops the hood, or pops the trunk where they were at, and just kind of coolly unzips the C4, and he kind of looks at it and goes, can I have the remote back, please?
Yeah, I was just protecting it, making sure nobody got it.
Okay. He gives it back to him, and he puts everything back on, and he's like, okay. He's kind of patting himself down. He's like, all right, I'm back. And like,
You walk around with that You walk around with that strapped to your body all the time?
You never know when you might need to just throw some shit and blow some stuff up. You never know.
Can I present Caleb with one of the bombs that I made?
He looks at
like,
it
down on one knee and be like, "Sir, I made this with the spirits that you have made with bananas. Please know that these are now the banana bread dragon fire bombs."
He puts the detonator on his belt, and he just kind of like takes it and pulls it up, and he's like looking at it and stuff like that, and he's just in awe. He's like, and then he's very scared because he realizes what else you added to it. And he's like, and he starts putting 2 and 2 together as he starts looking over to wherever it was, and he's like, oh,
yeah, watch out, they're little.
What's that?
I said, yeah, watch out, they're a little spicy.
And he just kind of like takes it and cradles it like a baby. And he goes, I'll be back. I'm gonna go over here for a little bit. All right. Okay. Thank you. This is lovely. After a little while, the preacher man sits you down at the saloon, and he thanks you for all of the help that you brought to the settlement today. And he asks, he says, we don't have a whole lot, but we do have a little. And for helping defend what is essentially my family, I'm willing to help you all as well. What can I do to help you all? This was mighty fine for y'all.
Hey, we need seeds, right? Like,
yeah, that's all we were doing this for, was to create a partnership with these communities and make it so that we would have like something to work with outside of the wall as we were trying to build something inside of the walls. That's perfect. Maybe a route of commerce as well once we start getting established.
we need crop seeds and stuff.
Your equipment is possible,
He goes,
and knowledge.
he kind of gets back, and Thomas is able to start bringing in just like duffel bags worth of seeds and starter crops and things like that. And after a while, you got a sizable amount in front of you. He says, this will get you started. If we're going to do trade route, let's meet up in about, I don't know, say a month's time or so. We'll have more. Y'all can get us some stuff, We just need ways to get a hold of you, and we'll start a nice trade route. If we're gonna be able to take care of bandits like that, we might actually be able to benefit each other.
Right, I need to give you the recipe bomb, or the bomb for the recipe as well. Recipe for the bomb. There we go. Words up.
Billy has that. I go, hey, how do you feel about Texas?
Are you asking that to Preacher Man?
Yeah.
He sets down the gun and he's like, I stole that from a Texas general. You know what I call it? God's wrath.
That exosuit you saw?
Yeah.
I took it off a ranger who had a bounty on my head.
Fair enough, then I guess we about on the same level now, ain't we?
Good. So here's my thought. I got some buddies in Juarez that they need you know how Juarez is, and they could use a little bit of like R&R. So pull them away from the front. They could come here, chill for a few weeks, and help you defend your settlements.
As long as they don't
Also
cause no
keeps-
trouble, but they're always welcome here.
It'll keep them away from the Texans for a little bit.
So long as they don't bring no trouble back with them now. They're
Yeah,
gonna
we'll
need to
tell
find
them.
some ways to get up. But the river runs straight down, so there are ways.
I'm just saying, like, if you need soldiers.
Well, you'll find no love for them around here. They've messed up this entire place. For all we know, they caused what's out east right there. We don't know. And Billy, you will know that the scar is not too far east from where you were all at. He says, so no, they aren't too welcome around here.
Okay. Yeah, good. So, I'll make some calls.
Sounds like a plan then. And he says, now if you need to get a hold of me, talk to Caleb and Thomas here. They'll know how to get a hold of me quicker. We'll be able to talk. And with that, he picks up and he goes off to check on Earl and Amanda. You guys have your seeds. You have defended a fort. And my assumption is you guys are getting ready to head back to Angel City.
Can you make some more bombs really quick?
I will say that for the battle that you all did, you could stay one more night and we can pick this up next time with you having major bombs and things like that and on your way back to Angel City. You could decide how you all are going to get into the city and use those rockets in the back of your car and apparently
still
just
have a
destroy. What's
No,
that?
I have another idea on how to get back into the city and use the rockets for something else.
And you will find that out next time on Angel City Stories. Because now the DM and the GM is officially scared at this plan, knowing what Eve has created this time.
I have another idea.
I'm scared.
We'll get back in. It'll be fine.
Okay. Well, we'll handle that on the next episode. Thank you all, though, for joining us for this episode. If you can, leave us a review on iTunes, Google, Spotify, everywhere that we have a podcast, or go and give us a thumbs up and a subscribe on YouTube. That helps us immensely. You have no idea.
Leave us reviews on drive-through.
Yep, give us reviews on Drive Through RPG. Again, www.playidentico.com if you'd like to purchase anything for the show. We will be back next week, 7 p.m. Pacific, right here on Twitch if you want to join us live. And we will have the latest episode of Chaos Inc. up on the YouTube channel very soon as well. It'll probably go out this Friday. So take a look at that. Check it out. Enjoy it. Let us know we love you. Come join the Discord. Come join the shenanigans because it gets funny in there too. So,
Silly.
we will see you all next week. We love you. Until then, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wear a mask if you can. Go get vaccinated. Drink your water. Take your vitamins. And we'll see you soon, okay? We love you all. Good night.